Ryan McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Caleros sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key, long 3, she puts it up, and that's gonna go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
To Anselmo-Merna High School as we bring you live coverage of high school volleyball. It's the Anselmo-Merna Triangular as Anselmo-Merna welcomes in Elm Creek and South Loup. Hi, everybody. I'm Brent Apperson. Good to have you along. 3 matches on tap here tonight. Match 1 will feature Elm Creek against the host team, Anselmo-Merna. And live radio coverage of match number 1 tonight is being brought to you by Prairie Eye Care, Downey Drilling, Tri-S Ag, Consolidated, Tumbleweed Cafe, and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, Brad and Barb Bartok, and also brought to you by Christian Electric. Not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by our radio call, and we'll come back and tell you more about that after these words on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Pressure's on, end of the irrigation season's in sight, and then you have a well go kaput. It's about as much fun as picking the stickers out of your sheepdog. Really not that big of a deal if you call the Water Wizards at Downey Drilling in Kearney, Lexington, Ogallala, and Garden City. Contact info is online at downeydrilling.com. These guys cover the entire Ogallala Aquifer region, so there's really no place they haven't been in about 9 states. Downey Drilling prides themselves in their service and your uptime. Downey Drilling, a tradition of excellence for over 3 generations.
This is for the Anselmo-Merna community members and alumni. for by Tri-S Ag, supporting the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes.
Consolidated is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on our students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated super fast broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, keep up with them on Facebook. Just search Consolidated Companies.
Fall means football, volleyball, cross-country, golf, and plenty of busy days and nights. And the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill have you covered. Start your day with a quick, tasty breakfast or grab an easy take-and-bake casserole from Tumbleweed for those hectic evenings. After the game, head to Cracker Jack's inside the Tumbleweed building, open nightly from 5 to 10 for food, drinks, and good times. Whether it's family meals or post-game celebrations, it's all happening on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow at Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
This sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Brad Bartok, your local connection with Chief Industries. You need grain handling products that you can trust, and Brad can get you set up. Chief Agri products are sold throughout the world and have a reputation for providing many years of dependable service. If that's what you're seeking, Brad Bartok is ready to help. Enjoy the broadcast featuring our amazing area student athletes, brought to you by Brad Bartok with Chief Industries and Chief Agri.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Where do you go when it's a beautiful, gorgeous day? If you need a great place to relax, grill, and enjoy time with friends and family, go with a deck made with quality TimberTech terrain decking from Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. You can build a deck of all shapes and sizes. Plus, Mead Lumber stocks brown oak and silver maple. Whether you're starting from scratch or you're just doing a new surface, Mead Lumber looks forward to helping plan your project. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And again, we welcome you back to Anselmo-Merna High School. The warm-ups taking place now as Anselmo-Merna gets ready to take on Elm Creek in match number 1 of 3 tonight. It's the Anselmo-Merna Triangular. Elm Creek against AM in match 1. In match 2, South Loup will join us. They'll play Elm Creek in match number 2, and then the finale will be the host team, Anselmo-Merna, against South Loup. So we'll conclude with the all-area matchup coming up later on tonight. Well, not only are we live on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM, we're also live with our video stream again tonight. You can access it through SandhillsExpress.com, on the Sandhills Express Facebook page, and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. As you watch the action tonight, we hope you pay attention to those business logos that are flashing across your screen. They represent our sponsors of tonight's video stream. And we say thanks to Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Mead Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, First State Insurance, A1 Auto Repair, and the Anselmo-Merna Boosters for sponsoring our live video stream of tonight's matches. Match number 1 features 7 and 5 Elm Creek against 5 and 6 Anselmo-Merna. It's coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
American Family Insurance, because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Visit Justin Thompson Agency or call 308-872-5252.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
While you're out junk johnning, take a moment to think about how great it would be to be junk johnning in a new, comfortable Husker sweatshirt from Geared for Sports. Go get a coupon for 25% off a regular priced item from the flyers being handed out at the fairgrounds on Friday until 1. Then take it to Geared for Sports, where new threads are arriving daily. Lots of fall and winter items are arriving, and now is the perfect time to think ahead and gear up for basketball and wrestling seasons. Open 10 to 6 Monday to Friday and 9:30 until 4 on Saturdays. Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
Need a plumber who actually does the plumbing? Call Gouda Plumbing, serving Broken Bow and the surrounding communities with top-notch residential and commercial service and septic tank pumping. Have a leaky faucet, funky-smelling septic? Don't worry, Scott and Colton have seen and smelled it all. They're fast, friendly, and won't leave you knee-deep in regret. Call Gouda Plumbing and flush your problems away. Literally. Gouda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Attention, Nebraska farmers. At Custer Federal State Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to offer agricultural loans tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to expand your operations, purchase new equipment, or manage daily expenses, our experienced team is here to help. With competitive rates, personalized service, we're your partners in growth. Visit Custer Federal State Bank today, where your future grows. Custer Federal State Bank, rooted in Nebraska, growing with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop by Gateway Motors in Broken Bow on East Highway 2 for incredible truck deals. Drive home a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 with just 2.9% APR for 72 months on select models. Or check out the Ram lineup with 0% APR for 72 months on 2025 Ram 1500s, excluding RHOs. Plus 0% APR for 60 months on 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn, Lone Star, and Laramie trims. Hurry, these deals end September 30th and are while supplies last.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the Grocery Cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The Deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the Grocery Cart, Broken Bow.
When the big game day arrives, you need a vehicle you can count on. Trotter Service has you covered. Offering full-service auto repair, tire sales, oil changes, and more, Trotter Service is your trusted hometown shop for reliable vehicle care. Whether you're heading to the game or driving every day, their expert team keeps your ride running strong. Schedule an appointment at trotterstirepros.com or call 872-6801. Your hometown automotive repair and tire store, Trotter Service.
And again, we bring you back to Anselmo-Merna High School, getting close to the opening serve of our opening match of the night as Elm Creek takes on Anselmo-Merna. This sports broadcast is being brought to you in part by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. Call 872-2258. Well, Elm Creek is 7-5 on the season, but 4 of their 5 losses are to top 10 teams. Elm Creek plays in the daunting Fort Kearney Conference. When you look at what they present from a volleyball perspective, 4 of Elm Creek's losses have been within the conference, and these 4 teams are all ranked. They've lost to Overton, who's ranked number 1 in D1. Losses have also come to Amherst and Ansel Litchfield, who are top 5 in D1 this week, according to the Lincoln Journal-Star. And then their other loss is to D2 top 10 SEM. Ashlyn Hellriegel and Chelsea Connick provide a 1-2 punch in the attack department with over 100 kills for the season. Ava Hellriegel is the setter and has 276 assists on the year, and freshman Reese Steiner leads the team in digs with over 200. Their starting lineup tonight goes like this. Serenity Quintana is a senior. Ashlyn Hellriegel is a sophomore. The libero, Reese Steiner, a freshman. Chelsea Connick is a junior. Olivia Martin, junior. Cassidy Kenning is a junior. And Ava Hellriegel is a senior. Meanwhile, Anselmo-Merna, they're 5-6 on the season, and they've faced a tough schedule, too, like Elm Creek has. AM's wins this year have come against H&H, South Loop, Twin Loop, Loomis, and Sand Hills Valley. But all of their losses have been to teams with winning records, including top 10 ranked D1 teams, Central Valley and Ansley Litchfield, as well as D2 top 10 Mullen, and Sand Hills Setford, who entered the Lincoln Journal-Star D2 top 10 this week. Rhiannon Myers leads the team in kills at 3.1%. Lily Thornton has 164 assists this season for the Coyotes. Myers and Thornton are tied for the team lead in digs with 72. Starting lineup for Anselmo-Merna tonight goes like this. Rhiannon Myers is a 5'9 senior. Riley Myers, 5'8 sophomore. Tenley Potter, 5'7 sophomore. Jenna Bartok, 5'5 freshman. Mallory Bartok is a 5'7 junior. Lily Thornton, as we mentioned, is a setter. She's a 5'4 senior. And the libero is Kyra Schmidt, a 5'3 junior. 7-5 Elm Creek against 5-6 Anselmo-Merna. It's our opening match of the night, and it is coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
AeroSeed is your local supplier of native grasses. Whether planting for pastures or CRP or other conservation plantings, AeroSeed has the seed you need. AeroSeed has locally produced grass seed varieties to enhance your opportunity for successful establishment. Send them your seeding sheet for a free quote. All mixes are custom mixed, so don't delay in order to get your seed when you want it. Learn more about native grass seedings by contacting your local AeroSeed dealer or visit aeroseed.com.
Nebraska State Bank is where hometown pride meets hometown banking. They're proud to offer a full range of personal and business banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home and agriculture loans, and convenient online mobile banking. Nebraska State Bank will help you score whether you're buying your first home, growing a business, or planning for the future. With branches in Broken Bow, Myrna, and Callaway, they are your trusted teammate. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you by Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Supporting our student athletes, Melham Medical Center stands by you every step of the way. They offer local access to wellness and care, from emergency and inpatient services to the specialty clinic, offering top providers in orthopedics, cardiology, neurological care, and radiology. With a focus on inspiring healthy living through quality care, Melham is proud to back our hometown teams. Visit them at melham.org or call them at 308-872-4100. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
From fields in Nebraska to projects around the world, Sargent Irrigation's roots run deep in the heartland. They believe in hard work, strong teams, and supporting the communities they serve. That's why they're proud to help deliver every thrilling moment of high school and Husker sports right to your radio. Even if you can't be there in person, you won't miss a play. This broadcast is made possible in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow, where hometown pride goes the distance.
Health insurance and Medicare annual open enrollment is right around the corner. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Lori and I are busy going over all the changes coming this fall to better serve you, so stay tuned for updates on your current coverage options, as well as important changes that may affect you and your plan for 2026. Give us a call at 836-2201 or stop in at our offices in Broken Bow or Callaway to schedule your appointment soon.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, based in Broken Bow, provides professional heating and cooling services for both homes and businesses. Their team handles repairs, installations, annual maintenance, new construction, ductwork remodels, and exhaust ventilation with reliability and expertise. Call 308-872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com. schedule an appointment today. Great athletes play with grit, heart, and integrity. At the Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time, they're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes on the field.
After the final whistle blows, the hard work doesn't stop, and neither does Agland ATV. Supplying top quality ATVs, UTVs, parts, and accessories, Agland ATV in Broken Bow supports local athletes and families who know the value of dedication, both in and out of competition. Whether it's trail riding or farm work, Polaris machines help you power through every challenge with strength and endurance. Best of luck to all the athletes from Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And as we move into the 5 o'clock hour, we welcome you back to Anselmo-Merna High School as we get ready for coverage of the Anselmo-Merna Volleyball Triangular. 3 matches coming up. The opener will be Anselmo-Merna against Elm Creek. Match number 2 will feature South Loup against Elm Creek. And then the finale will be Anselmo-Merna against South Loup. And we welcome to the broadcast area now Larry Cotner, who will help us call tonight's action. Well, Larry, we look at the 2 conferences represented. Of course, Anselmo-Merna, South Loup, they both play in the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Elm Creek comes out of the Fort Kearney Conference, and both conferences are making some noise when you look at the volleyball rankings that came out this week by the Lincoln Journal-Star. The Fort Kearney Conference, my goodness, 3 of the top 4 teams in D1 are from that conference where Elm Creek plays. So both these teams are kind of battle-tested coming into this one.
Yeah, and that's year in and year out that the Fort Kearney Conference is right up there as one of the best conferences in the state. MNAC, as you mentioned, doing very well this year. And, good competition throughout this area, no matter which of the conferences you're in. And throughout the season, they go across conference anyway, and you got to get out there and play it on the court.
So we are just about ready with match number 1, Anselmo-Merna against Elm Creek. Elm Creek 7-5 on the season. AM coming in with a record of 5-6. Again, South Loup will join us later. They'll be coming up in match number 2, where they will play Elm Creek, and then the finale will be the Coyotes against the Bobcats, all coming up here on KBBN Radio. Again, we're live on the radio, 95.3 on the FM dial, also KBBN.com and the free KBBN Thunderbird app. We're also live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by the radio call through SandhillsExpress.com. All right, here we go. Set number 1 of match number 1, and the opening serve is in play off the right hand of Lily Thornton. Elm Creek will set it for the middle attack. Setting it over is Quintana, played by the Coyotes. Near side attack coming, able to be played in the back row by the Buffaloes. Outside attack from Quintana, tipped back over by Mallory Bartok. Elm Creek with it on their side. They send it back on the free ball. Chance for AM. Middle attack, Bartok. It's good. Mallory Bartok, the 5'7" junior, with the kill.
Good job of setting that up quickly. Tinley Potter with the quick set that time for Bartok.
So the opening point of our opening match goes the way of Anselmo-Merna. Lily Thornton at the service line. Lily ready and puts it in play. That's an ace. Falls right in front of the libero, Reese Steiner, in the back row. And it is 2-0 Anselmo-Merna here in the opening set.
And that was a looping nosedive of a serve. Looped over the net and then took a nosedive right in front of the libero, Steiner.
Coming into the match, by the way, is Shaylee Coleman for Anselmo-Merna. Great to see her on the court. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. Thornton with the serve, handled this time by Steiner. Outside attack coming, and that's going to be long and out. Hitting it long, Olivia Martin, the junior. Well, Shaylee Coleman battling back from an injury from early in the season. Great to see her on the court here tonight as she plays in the front row. Thornton with the serve. Another good one and another ace, and what a start for Anselmo-Merna. Thornton with 2 ace serves, and the Coyotes lead 4-0 here in the opening set.
Well, Lily Thornton, we've known that she's got that kind of serve, and just being a little more consistent on it here tonight.
This one returned on one hit. Chance for the Coyotes. Thornton quick set over, and it's wide and out. Thornton tried to place it on the near sideline as we view the action. Just a little bit wide, and Elm Creek has their first point of the night. At the service line, Ava Hellriegel. Ava sends it across. Thornton will set the outside. The attack from Coleman pinned at the net and then will fall to the floor on the Elm Creek side. Point Anselmo-Merna, and the Coyotes go up 5-1.
Yeah, and tonight is her first action. She just got cleared to play, and of course Shaylee Coleman, she's been a starter for a couple of years before this.
Riley Myers the serve, chasing after it. Ava Hellriegel sending it over is Ashlyn Hellriegel. Chance for AM off the free ball at the net, tipped over, sent back by the Buffaloes. Kept the line by Coleman, sent across. Chance now for Elm Creek. They'll set the outside. The attack from Ashlyn Hellriegel, wide and out. Point Anselmo-Merna. Riley Myers continues at the service line. AM leading 6-1 here in the first. Another good serve picked up this time by the libero. Steiner returned by Elm Creek on the third. Thornton back set to Coleman. Big swing going cross court, and it will get down for a kill as the Coyotes go up 7-1, and Elm Creek wants timeout. Great start for Anselmo-Merna in our opening match of the night. We're in set number 1. AM leads Elm Creek 7-1.
Quality collision and paint services from their shop on the curve west of Broken Bow. Whether it's auto glass repair, dent and ding removal, or full collision restoration, their licensed and certified team offers free estimates, affordable pricing, and a lifetime paint warranty that you can trust. With decades of experience under their belt, they stand behind their work and their promise of satisfaction. Call 308-872-5346 today and talk to Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow.
And we come back to the Anselmo-Merna Gymnasium. Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner with you behind the mic. Jack Simpson is with us behind the camera. We're live on KBBN Radio, and we're also live with our video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. Served by Riley Myers out of the timeout, chasing after it Elm Creek, and they will get it sent back on the third. Played on the back line by Riley Myers. Pass to Thornton, who sets the outside. With the attack, Jenna Bartok, handled by the Buffaloes. Middle attack coming, but hitting it into the net, Olivia Martin. And man, what a start for Anselmo-Merna. They go up 8-1 here in the first.
And what you really got to like for the Lady Coyotes, they've been the aggressors here. They have taken the ball to Elm Creek.
Riley the serve, another big serve. Boy, AM service game's been strong early. Ashlyn Hellriegel with her best swing of the night. Able to end the service run of Myers. Point Elm Creek, and we'll see if the Buffaloes can start chipping away here a little bit, as to the service line will be the freshman Reese Steiner. Steiner sends it across, but we got a whistle.
She stepped over the line.
Ah, okay. So an error on the serve for Elm Creek. Point Coyotes. AM goes up 9-2, and now their libero, Kyra Schmidt, will send it across. Ava Hellriegel sets Ashlyn. Ashlyn with the swing, pass up into the net, and AM's going to get whistled for a double contact.
Yeah, as I say, it was either that or a lift. It seemed like was going to have to be called on that. It was a late whistle, but a good whistle.
Olivia Martin with the serve, floats one over, picked up by Jenna Bartok, set up outside for Rhiannon Myers, and that's a kill. Rhiannon Myers, the kills leader for Anselmo-Merna, coming into this match, gets her first kill of the night, and the Coyotes go up 10-3. Shaylee Coleman, 5'9" senior, to the service line. Shaylee, good serve, picked up nicely by the libero Steiner. Ashlyn Hellriegel off hands and to the floor.
And Ashlyn Hellriegel, the sophomore, now starting to pick up her game a little bit later on into this set.
AM 10, Elm Creek 4. Opening set of our opening match as a serve from Ashlyn Hellriegel goes into the net. So service error. Coyotes go back up by 7. Again, in this triangular format, it'll be the best 2 out of 3 sets tonight. Everything will go to 25, must win by 2 in the rally scoring format. Jenna Bartok with the serve, returned on one hit. Myers plays it. Now they set the outside for Riley Myers, who takes it down the line for the kill.
Sophomore did a great job of looking at the defense. She looked like she was going to angle it towards the middle, but then hooked it down the line to the open lane.
Jenna Bartok, 5'5" freshman, ready with the serve, sends it across, picked up by Steiner, overpass, Rhiannon Myers trying to put it down, but played nicely by Cassidy Kenning, and then on the return, it goes into the net, and what are we going to get?
They're going to call that cover.
All right, cover against Anselmo-Merna. Coach Hovland going over to ask for the explanation. I think they might end up replaying the point.
Yeah, because she put her hand over there way before the ball was hit down low. But it looks like they're going to call Rhiannon Myers for the cover, and that's a tough one there.
Yeah. So the point will go to Elm Creek. They'll have the serve, and serving it will be Cassidy Kenning, but it's a service error, and the point goes to Anselmo-Merna. So the Coyotes, who have just controlled set number one from the opening point, they lead 13-5 here in the first as Rhiannon Myers floats one short. Returned on one hit, sent back by Mallory Bartok, played by the Buffaloes. Quintana with a swing. Handled nicely by AM. Now Riley Myers sets it away from the block. Quintana gets a hand on it. Now Quintana sets it across. Free ball Anselmo-Merna. Thornton goes to Rhiannon Myers out of the back row. Returned on one hit. Overpass. Bartok gets it blocked back. Kept alive by the Coyotes and returned on three. Elm Creek with Ashlyn Hellriegel hitting out of the back row, but it sails long and out. Point Anselmo-Merna.
Well, you know, if there's a player that really kind of benefited with Shaylee Coleman being out in the early part, Mallory Bartok, and she has really had a chance to work her game.
Big serve from Rhiannon Myers, overpass, sent back by Bartok, but played and returned by Elm Creek. The return is going to catch the far sideline as we view the action. So the Buffaloes will get the point. Elm Creek with their 6th point of this opening set, but they still trail as Anselmo-Merna leads 14-6. With the serve, Chelsea Kotick, and it goes into the net. And I would say one of the biggest differences right now, Larry, has been the service game. It's been strong for Anselmo-Merna. We've seen some errors off the service game for Elm Creek.
And one of the strongest servers of the night is back there again right now in Lily Thornton.
Lily was the one who got us started here in this match. She'll send it across, picked up by the libero Steiner. Outside attack from Olivia Martin. She hits it wide and out. Point Anselmo-Merna.
Great job by Riley Myers to short arm that one. Thought about playing it and then pulled the arms down.
AM has led from the beginning in this set. Now their largest lead is at 10. Served by Thornton, picked up. Quick set over by Hava Hellriegel, covered nicely by Anselmo-Merna. The return by Riley Myers, played by Ashlyn Hellriegel. Now out of the back row hitting is Kenning. Kept alive by AM with a swing out of the back row, Rhiannon Myers, but it goes into the net. Point, Elm Creek. So Ava Hellriegel will go to the service line. Ava sends it across. Picked up by Jenna Bartok. Thornton back sets it for Riley Myers, and it's good. Riley Myers able to find the opening on the back row, and the Coyotes go back up by 10.
Myers has been strong on those outside hits so far in this first set.
Now Riley to the service line. 5'8" sophomore ready, gives it a spin and a toss and puts it in play. Ava Hellriegel sends the outside for Ashlyn. Block back, kept alive by Elm Creek. Another swing from Hellriegel off hands, kept alive by Thornton. The return from Jenna Bartok. Ashlyn Hellriegel bumps it up in the air. Setting it over is Elm Creek on the third. Back set for Shaylee Coleman, and that one will not clear the net. Point, Elm Creek.
And you know, when you haven't played for a little while, when you have to try to set your feet while you're backpedaling, that's a little bit difficult to do.
Reese Steiner, the freshman libero for Elm Creek with the serve. Just cleared the net, dug out by Jenna Bartok. Now with the attack, Shaylee Coleman returned on one hit. Played by Bartok at the net, kept alive by Thornton, returned by Mallory Bartok. Now Elm Creek chasing after it. They'll set up Ashlyn Hellriegel, kept alive by Thornton, returned on the third off the hand of Riley Myers. Hellriegel roll shot back. AM will play it. Quick set over. Sent back by Hellriegel. Great cover by Rhiannon Myers on the outside. Coleman, the tip, will find the floor.
Great job by Shaylee Coleman. Attack directly at the double defense and then tap it down the line.
18-8, all Anselmo-Merna here in the opening set. Timeout, Elm Creek. You're listening to high school volleyball on KBBN Radio.
We believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Brent Custer in Broken Bow.
Your friends at Kling Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 308-872-6810. Kling Financial, downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street.
Well, we talked about Anselmo-Merna's schedule being difficult. It doesn't get any better. They got a couple matches with Burwell yet, Central Valley again, Sandhills, Thedford, and Brady before the season's over.
Out of the timeout, Schmidt with the serve at the net, tipped over by Ava Hellriegel. Now back the other way, it's Coleman, played by the libero Steiner. Ava over to Ashland. Hellriegel has it blocked back. Rhiannon Myers and Jenna Bartok were at the net for Anselmo-Merna. 19-8 AM. They have led from the beginning here in this opening set. That serve from Schmidt goes a little bit long, just missed the back line. Point Elm Creek.
Yeah, that almost looked like that was going to fall in there for an ace, but
Olivia Martin with the serve for Elm Creek into the net. Another service error for the Buffaloes. And that'll send the serve back over to Shaylee Coleman.
Yeah, Elm Creek has really struggled at the service line tonight, and I'm not exactly sure what the situation is, but
big serve by Coleman. Shaylee with an ace. And the Coyotes now closing in on this opening set, leading big 21-9.
And Brett, you already touched upon it. Serving's been the big difference, because AM is serving as well as we've ever seen them serve.
Shaylee ready, and that one into the net. the announcer's jinx lives as the serve from Coleman goes into the net. And now Elm Creek to serve it. Ashlyn Hellriegel, she serves it into the net. So back-to-back service errors. And the Coyotes now are just 3 away from closing out the opening set. Jenna Bartok to the service line. Jenna ready, puts it in play. Chasing after it, Elm Creek out of system, but they'll get it sent back on the third. Lily Thornton will go to the middle for Rhiannon Myers. Big swing and a kill for Rhiannon Myers.
And, AM is also doing a very good job of finding the open spot on the defense of the Buffaloes.
Jenna Bartok. Serve across, in play, overpass. Rhiannon Myers has it blocked back by Ava Hellriegel. They'll go to Rhiannon again in the middle. Punched up in the air out of the back row by Martin. Elm Creek at the net, gets it over. Now AM trying to play it with a swing. Riley Myers, and it just missed the back line. It was close, but just a little bit long.
Yeah, and I always talk about the fact that when you go with that crisscross attack from the left side or the right side to the opposite, you're using up more ground, and you sometimes will get it in there.
Cassidy Kenning with the serve. Now they set up Rhiannon Myers on the slide, and Myers able to take it off the hands of Kenning in the back row. That'll be another kill for Rhiannon Myers, and now it is set point Anselmo-Merna at 24-11 here in the opening set. Rhiannon Myers trying to close out the set. Ava Hellriegel, quick set over, sent back by Mallory Bartok. AM goes to Quintana at the net, not able to get it over, and Anselmo-Merna very dominant in set number 1. They take it 25-11. You're listening to live coverage of high school volleyball on KBBN Radio.
You're on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach. Because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
Central Nebraska Diesel is your local Renke Gold Prime dealer. What does this mean for you? It means Central Nebraska Diesel is an elite Renke dealer, recognized by Renke for offering unmatched service, support, and professionalism in the irrigation industry. Contact Central Nebraska Diesel for the dependability and superior engineering of Renke, matched with gold-level service and support. Central Nebraska Diesel and Renke are your irrigation experts.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Don't let low back and leg pain reduce your quality of life. Studies suggest spinal manipulation as the first method of treatment. Having pain, call Dr. Chad Hackle with Backbone of Healthcare at 872-2171 or visit them Monday through Friday on South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow. Well, Anselmo-Merna really kind of dominates the opening set. They win at 25-11. They never trailed during the set. And now we'll see if Elm Creek can respond, as they will open with the serve as we start set number 2. Ava Hellriegel with the serve, puts it in play. Lily Thornton will set the near side pin for Mallory Bartok, played by the libero. Geyser set back by Ava Hellriegel, who finds the far corner, and Elm Creek has their first lead of the match.
And Anselmo-Merna kind of snuck up a little bit on the back row, and Hellriegel did a good job of seeing that.
Good serve from Ava at the net. Thornton sets it over, played by the Buffaloes. Middle attack coming off hands. Kept alive by the Coyotes, returned by Mallory Bartok. Ava Hellriegel goes outside for Ashland, played in the back row by Myers. Now it's Riley Myers on the near side pin. That'll get down for a kill.
And Riley Myers continuing her ways so far on that outside spot. She is doing a great job, whether it's on the left or the right side, of finding the proper angles.
Shaylee Coleman will come into the match, replaces Tinley Potter, who comes out. Lily Thornton will be at the service line, and that goes into the net. Service error, and Anselmo-Merna, and Elm Creek goes up 2-1 here in the second. If you're just tuning in, AM won the opening set. 25-11 was the score. Serve coming from Reese Steiner. That's an ace. So things kind of changing here in the early points of set number 2 from what we saw in the opening set. We've seen AM with a service error here in this set, and now a service ace from Elm Creek. That one just gets over the net. Kept alive by Coleman, returned by Riley Myers, but the return goes long and out. And it's the Buffaloes now who are taking an early lead as they're up 4-1 here in the second.
And when you're successful with your serves, you put the other team on their defense.
Serve from Geyser, the back set for Riley Myers. The swing into the net. It is 5-1 Elm Creek, and this is just the complete reversal of how we saw set number 1 start.
Yeah, exactly. It was a 7-1 lead early on for Anselmo-Merna in the first set, and then that's what allowed them to cruise to that first set win.
Geyser with the serve. Thornton will go outside for Shaylee Coleman. Block back. Nope, they're going to say it went into the net. 4 hits will be the call. Point Elm Creek, and the Buffaloes are up 6-1.
And that's the game of volleyball. You just never know. First set might not mean anything in the second set.
The serve returned on 1 hit. Ava Hellriegel tried to set it quickly, I think, for Ashland, but they were just a little bit off, and the ball will fall on Elm Creek's side. So the point goes to AM. They trail by 4 as Riley Myers goes to the service line, and that goes into the net. Service error, and Anselmo-Merna.
Yeah, complete opposite of the first set.
Chelsea Connick will go to the service line now for Elm Creek. Floats this one to the back row. They'll pass to Thornton, who bumps it in the air for Mallory Bartok, trying to take it down the line. Played by Geyser. Now Ashlyn Hellriegel with the swing. And Hellriegel able to find the back line as the Buffaloes go up 8-2.
We don't have any heights listed for either of these teams, but Hellriegel's not that tall, but she has got a good jump and times it well.
Connick with the serve goes into the net. Service error Elm Creek. Off the bench is the Anselmo-Merna libero, Kyra Schmidt. She'll come in to serve with the Coyotes up a set but trailing 8-3 here in the second. Schmidt puts it in play. Ava Hellriegel will bump it in the air, but as she does so, her momentum carried her into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna.
And a really critical spot here for Anselmo-Merna. They kind of dug themselves a hole early, but they've got a chance to get right back into it here.
Kyra with the serve. Elm Creek out of system. They will chase, and they will get it sent back on the third. Lily Thornton back set for Shaylee Coleman. Sends it across. Punched up in the air by Ava Hellriegel. Over on two. The overpass for Coleman, but able to play it in the back row was Connick. Attack from Hellriegel, blocked back, kept alive by the Buffaloes. Ashlyn Hellriegel, another swing, saved by Coleman, returned by Thornton on the third. Ashlyn with another swing, this time it finds the floor. A kill for the sophomore, Ashlyn Hellriegel.
And she's got good vision. She saw where that opening was and took a little something off.
So Ashlyn to the service line. Picked up by Jenna Bartok. Overpass, though, trying to put it down at the net was Olivia Martin. AM was able to dig it out, but then on the return it goes long and out, and the point will go to Elm Creek. Ashlyn Hellriegel sends it into the net. Service error. Point Anselmo-Merna.
Should point out that with the reserves also playing down the hall in the other gymnasium, there is only 2 reserve players on each bench for these 2 teams here tonight.
Shaylee Coleman with the serve. That goes out. So Anselmo-Merna with, I believe, their 3rd service error of this set. As Elm Creek builds their lead back up to 6. Serve on the way from Cassidy Kenning. Set up Rhiannon Myers. Big swing, but it's long and out. She just missed it.
And Brent,
no, wait a minute. We have the official overruling. The head official overrules the call. I think the line official called out, but the head official said it was in. And the point will go to Anselmo-Merna.
The up official might have seen it hit on the outside in that corner. That was down in the corner, a little dark for me that I wasn't able to see it.
Jenna Bartok with the serve, out of system Elm Creek. They will get it sent back, though, on the third. Lily Thornton to Rhiannon Myers on the slide, off hands, played in the back row by Geyser, chasing after it Ava Hellriegel. Now Ashlyn rolls it over the block, covered by Tenley Potter back into the match. Riley Myers sends it across. Elm Creek will tip it over with the tip at the net, Olivia Martin, who finds the floor.
Great job by Olivia Martin. That was kind of a no-look swipe with the right hand into the open donut hole.
The serve from Martin dug out by the libero Schmidt. She'll hop to her feet and send it over on the third. Set up middle for Connick. Connick, who came in with over 100 kills on the season, gets her first good swing of the night, and it's going to force Anselmo-Merna to call timeout. We are in set number 2. AM leads 1-0, but Elm Creek leads in the second set 13-6.
Irrigation season's in sight, then you have a well go kaput. It's about as much fun as picking the stickers out of your sheepdog. Really not that big of a deal if you call the Water Wizards at Downey Drilling in Kearney, Lexington, Ogallala, and Garden City. Contact info is online at downeydrilling.com. These guys cover the entire Ogallala Aquifer region, so there's really no place they haven't been in about 9 states. Downey Drilling prides themselves in their service and your uptime. Downey Drilling, a tradition of excellence for over 3 generations.
This sports broadcast is being brought to you by Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Bring the whole family for an all-around great time featuring great food, delicious drinks, and high fives with fellow sports fans for whatever big game is on. Don't miss their specials and breakfast on the weekend at Legends Neighborhood Grill on the Square in Broken Bow. Out of the timeout, serve from Elm Creek. Olivia Martin with the serve, but it goes into the net. Service error, point, Anselmo-Merna.
You mentioned back in that last set that the third service error, I'm not sure there was 3 service errors in the first set for AM.
Rhiannon Myers with the serve, somehow picked up by Ashlyn Hellriegel. They send it back, and now AM has to chase to get it over. Ava Hellriegel goes middle for Kotick, blocked back by Mallory Bartok with the ace block.
Well, and Bartok did a great job of the timing there to get that back, but how about the dig and the pass over the net from Riley Myers?
Rhiannon Myers delivers an ace from the service line. Wow, that had a lot of fire behind it. Just no way you could pick it up. And now the Coyotes have climbed to within 4 here in set number 2. Rhiannon ready. Another good serve, picked up this time by Geyser. They'll go outside for Kotick over the block. Dug out by Rhiannon Myers in the back row. Mallory Bartok in the middle. Blocked back by Kotick. Kept alive by AM, and they'll roll it over the block and send it back on the third. Kotick in the middle. The swing and the kill. And you feel Chelsea Kotick starting to kind of get her rhythm here in this second set.
Well, and you can just see her out there playing with a lot more enthusiasm as well.
Now Ava Hellriegel, the senior, at the service line. That's into the net. Service error. So we've seen both teams now struggle a little bit with their service game here in this second set. As coming into the match to replace Tenley Potter will be Shaylee Coleman. She'll come in to play the front row as Lily Thornton gets ready for the serve. Sends it across, picked up by the libero Geyser. They go to Kotick again, who takes it through the block and delivers another kill.
And when the Lady Buffaloes are able to run their offense that quickly, they really can set it up, and Kotick knows how to deliver.
Now Reese Steiner, the libero, the serve, and that's going to be an ace. AM not able to return. Elm Creek 16 and Anselmo-Merna 10. We are in set number 2. AM leads the match 1-0. The serve from Steiner goes into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna.
She had that rare call of being over the line back in the other set, but I can see where it comes from. She's kind of got an off-step delivery on that serve.
Riley Myers with the serve. It sails long and out, so the teams exchange service errors, and Elm Creek is able to go back in front by 6.
And I should point out, though, that when Steiner is on with it, it's been very difficult.
Chelsea Kotick with the serve. The attack from Jenna Bartok, blocked back and then sent back, but the return off the hands of Mallory Bartok goes out of bounds. Point Elm Creek. And the Buffaloes lead 18-11 as they try to extend this match and force a third set. Rhiannon Myers passes to Thornton, set up Coleman, and Shaylee kind of mistimed her jump. Actually hit the ball on her way down instead of her way up, and it goes into the net. Point Elm Creek, and another timeout for Anselmo-Merna. We are in set number 2. Elm Creek trying to get things tied up. They lead in the second set, 19-11.
Anselmo-Merna community members and alumni. Paid for by Tri-S Ag, supporting the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes.
And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School. Well, in the opening set, Anselmo-Merna never trailed on their way to a 25-11 win in the opening set. Here in set number 2, it's been just the opposite. Elm Creek has never trailed as they lead 19-11. Out of the timeout, Kotick with the serve, floats it to the back row. Handled by Rhiannon Myers. Now Mallory Bartok with the attack, off hands and good.
Did a good job of sending that into the block on her attack from the angle.
Kyra Schmidt, the Anselmo-Merna libero, at the service line, sends it across. Ava Hellriegel goes near side pin to Ashlyn. Dug out, kept alive by AM, returned by Rhiannon Myers. Ava goes to Ashlyn on the other side now. Ashlyn Hellriegel calling for the touch, and she gets it. Touch is the call against Anselmo-Merna, and the point goes to Elm Creek as they now lead 20-12 here in set number 2.
Yeah, both officials as well as the line judge caught that one.
Ashlyn Hellriegel with the serve, and that'll get down for an ace. And now the Buffaloes are closing in on taking set number 2 and forcing a third and decisive set here in our opening match of the night. Ashlyn Hellriegel ready. Floats one short, picked up by Jenna Bartok. Sent up outside for Shaylee Coleman going cross court for the kill.
Well, she wound up for that one and had a quick shot.
Coleman will come out. Tinley Potter will come in to replace her. Tinley will go to the service line. Elm Creek 21 and Anselmo-Merna 13 here in set number 2. AM leads the match, though, 1-0. Potter with the serve, puts it in play. At the net, joust coming, and it will fall on the Elm Creek side. Rhiannon Myers able to win the joust. And the point goes to Anselmo-Merna.
Yeah, and Rhiannon, all she had to do is really just be up there. As it landed on the Elm Creek side, she was just right there to make sure.
Potter the serve, puts it in play. Ava Hellriegel sets it near side pin with the attack and with the kill, Cassidy Kenning. And the Buffaloes are 3 away from forcing a third set.
Kenning will get the opportunity to serve it up.
Kenning, a junior, will serve it and put it in play. Thornton, quick set over, nice cover by Ashlyn Hellriegel. Now they go outside to Quintana, the swing and the kill, as the Buffaloes now are just 2 points away from tying up the match. Cassidy Kenning ready again at the service line. Just cleared the net, and it's an ace. And Anselmo-Merna not able to return, and now it is set point Elm Creek as they try to tie the match.
And right now they're starting to feel that, they've been missing serves, but they've started to string a few together here.
Kenning will send it on its way. Lily Thornton goes to the outside. Rhiannon Myers off hands, played in the back row by Koenig. Ava Hellriegel to the middle. The attack off hands, kept alive by Anselmo-Merna. Schmidt out of the back row, sends it across. Ava Hellriegel bumps it up in the air, hitting out of the back row. Ashlyn Hellriegel, but the attack is wide and out. Point will go to Anselmo-Merna, and we will continue to play here in set number 2. Set point number 2 for Elm Creek. Elm Creek leading 24-15 here in the second. Jenna Bartok with the serve, sails it long and out, and on the service error, Elm Creek will get the point and win the set. So, wow, you just can't have two sets that were just complete opposites of one another. And Anselmo-Merna owned the opening set, 25-11, never trailed in it. Elm Creek comes back and just owns the second set, never trailed in it. So AM won the first, 25-11. Elm Creek ties the match, winning set number 2, 25-15. The third set coming up after this.
Sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on our students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Super Fast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, keep up with them on Facebook. Just search Consolidated Companies.
Fall means football, volleyball, cross-country, golf, and plenty of busy days and nights. And the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill have you covered. Start your day with a quick, tasty breakfast or grab an easy take-and-bake casserole from Tumbleweed for those hectic evenings. After the game, head to Cracker Jack's inside the Tumbleweed building, open nightly from 5 to 10 for food, drinks, and good times. Whether it's family meals or post-game celebrations, it's all happening on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow at Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
And we bring you back to Anselmo-Merna High School. Good to have you along. Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner with you behind the microphone. Jack Simpson with us behind the camera. We're live on KBBN Radio and with our video stream through Sandhills Express. Well, Thrive End Financial is proud to support the area teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Representative Scott Harvey wants to help you with your financial goals by creating a strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. Give them a call today at 872-2511. Underway in the third set, AM with the serve, returned by Elm Creek, set up Riley Myers into the net. Now they're going to say it touched hands. AM chasing after it now. They'll stay with it and get it sent back on the third. Ava Hellriegel to Kotick in the middle, but we've got Anselmo-Merna in the net.
Well, and I think in the end that's probably the way it should have been, because that sure looked like 4 hits on Anselmo-Merna earlier. Of course, I'll tell you what, neither set 1 or set 2 is very competitive. We're hoping here in set 3 we're going to have a close one.
Outside attack, Riley Myers returned on 1 hit. And Anselmo-Merna will send it back. Rhiannon Myers, a big swing out of the back row. Pass into the net, kept alive by Kotick and returned by Elm Creek on the third. Thornton quick set over. Nice cover in the back row by Olivia Martin. Ashlyn Hellriegel on the outside through the block of Anselmo-Merna, kept alive by Thornton at the net. Mallory Bartok trying to tip it across, but just didn't quite hit it cleanly. It goes into the net. Point Elm Creek, and the Buffaloes go up 2-0 here in the third.
Their timing on leaning into it just a little off.
Now a service error from Ava Hellriegel as that one sails long and out. Point Anselmo-Merna. Just underway, third and decisive set. Elm Creek leading 2-1. Serve on the way from Riley Myers. Hellriegel goes outside to Hellriegel. This is Ashlyn with the swing. Elm Creek wanting a touch, and they will get the call. They'll call a touch, point Elm Creek.
Hellriegel's got that shot where she goes over, it loops a little bit, and so sometimes it's hard to see that touch at first.
Now Reese Steiner, the libero, with the serve. Kept alive by Thornton. Jenna Bartok there. Sends it across. Free ball for Elm Creek. Hellriegel with the swing. Ashlyn Hellriegel with the kill.
Did a great job of leaning back to get to that one and still get a good clean shot.
4-1. Elm Creek in the third. Steiner serves it into the net. Service error. Point Anselmo-Merna. Mallory Bartok will come out for the Coyotes. The libero, Kyra Schmidt, will replace her and go to the service line. Schmidt sends it across. Pass to Ava Hellriegel, who sets middle for Ashlyn, and that's a kill. Ashlyn Hellriegel with the kill. Point Elm Creek.
And the sophomore has really stepped up her game here in this third set.
Yeah, we talked about her and Chelsea Kotick leading the team in kills, both over 100 coming into the match, and both have gotten better as this match has went along. At the net, joust coming. Shaylee Coleman able to take advantage of really what turned into an overpass as it just kind of floated over the net over to AM's side, and Coleman was able to terminate the point.
Yeah, that wasn't right on the net. That came over a little bit to her side. She had the height advantage on Hellriegel anyway, took advantage of it.
Tenley Potter back into the match. The serve. Ava Hellriegel outside for the attack. Returned on 1 hit. Elm Creek with it on their side. Quick set over by Ava Hellriegel. Dug out at the net. Ashlyn with a swing. Kept alive by AM. Now Rhiannon Myers off the block and good.
Now the defense was there, but they were just a few inches off the net, and Rhiannon did a great job of driving it too.
Chance for AM to tie things up here in this third set. Tenley Potter with the serve, puts it in play. Elm Creek out of system. They will scramble and they'll send it back on the third. Free ball for AM. Thornton goes middle for Rhiannon Myers, who tools the block again and ties the set.
Well, that's 2 powerful hits in a row for Rhiannon Myers.
5-all in the third. AM won the first set. Elm Creek won set number 2. Here's the serve by Potter. Set up near side. Ashlyn Hellriegel, the tip, handled by Thornton. They'll bump it in the air for Jenna Bartok, who sends it across. Pass into the net. Kept alive for the moment by Ava Hellriegel, but it will find the floor. And the point goes to Anselmo-Merna.
AM defense did a good job of keeping that one alive. Thornton went low, got it, and kind of covered her head because she was a little worried it might come down on her.
AM takes the lead here in the third. Potter floats one across, and that'll be an ace.
Tinley Potter right now on a run. This is 5 in a row that she has scored for Anselmo-Merna.
Match tied at a set apiece in the third. AM now leading 7-5. Potter puts it in play again. Ava Hellriegel will back set it for Ashland. Ashland taking it down the line for the kill.
And this is already the first set of the 3 tonight that we've had a lead change in the set.
Yep. Here's a serve from Ashland Hellriegel. Chasing after it, Anselmo-Merna. Lily Thornton will send it back. Playing it in the back row is Kotick. They'll go over to Ashland Hellriegel. Sends it toward the arms of Rhiannon Myers. I kind of thought maybe it was in the net, but they're going to say that Rhiannon Myers was able to touch it and block it, and the point goes to AM.
Yeah, either way, it was going to be a point for Anselmo-Merna, but right now, Myers doing a great job on both offense and defense.
Jenna Bartok with the serve, but it goes into the net. Service error, point to Elm Creek, and now the Buffaloes will have an opportunity to tie things back up here in the third. Cassidy Kenning with the serve, and it goes into the net. So a service error for Elm Creek, and the Coyotes go back up by 2. The libero Schmidt will come out for AM. Mallory Bartok in to play the front row. Serve from Rhiannon Myers. Quintana with the attack. Capped alive by Riley Myers. Bartok now over toward Tinley Potter, who sends it across. Ava Hellriegel sets it middle this time. The swing from Olivia Martin goes into the net. Again, maybe mistimed it just a little bit. Kind of hit it on the way down instead of the way up. And Anselmo-Merna now goes up 10-7.
Yeah, that in the pass was maybe a little bit behind her as well.
Serve from Rhiannon Myers. Boy, she has served well tonight. With this swing is Ashland Hellriegel, handled by the Coyotes. They'll go over to Riley Myers, who sets it across. Ava Hellriegel to Quintana, who sends it over the block. Played by Rhiannon Myers. Now Riley sending it over. Played by Kotick. The return will go over the net and out. Point Anselmo-Merna, and the Coyotes lead 11-7 here in this third set.
Well, that's the big point right here for both these teams. Chance to go up by 5, but
Rhiannon Myers with the serve into the net. Service error. So that will stop the Coyotes' service run. As coming into the match for Elm Creek will be Aspen Toole, senior. And I think this is the first time we've seen Aspen tonight, as she will go to the service line with her team down by 3 here in the third set. Lily Thornton goes middle for Riley Myers. Big swing. She finds the back line, and the Coyotes go up by 4.
And by having Toole come in, I think Coach Eschleman recognized that they've struggled at times tonight at the service line. Why not try somebody new? She did get it across, but AM had the answer.
Aspen will come out. Olivia Martin will come in to replace her in the back row as Lily Thornton goes to the service line for Anselmo-Merna. Big serve, pass into the net. It'll be an ace.
And Lily Thornton's really the player that got Anselmo-Merna off to the great start in this match back in the first set.
Boy, big moment in the match now for Elm Creek as they find themselves down by 5 here in the third set. Served by Thornton. Handled by Ashland Hellriegel. Now Quintana sets it across. Thornton will go middle for Mallory Bartok. Takes it off the hands of Kotick at the net and collects the kill.
And yeah, Lily Thornton with the short set, and Mallory just drove it off the hands.
AM up by 6 now here in this third set. Thornton will send it across. At the net, Ava Hellriegel sends it over, handling Coleman. Mallory Bartok with another big swing. And the Coyotes go up 15-8, and that's going to force a timeout for Elm Creek. Well, it was back and forth through the early points of the set, but now Anselmo-Merna starting to take control. AM leads in the third, 15-8.
Part by Brad Bartok, your local connection with Chief Industries. You need grain handling products that you can trust, and Brad can get you set up. Chief Agri products are sold throughout the world and have a reputation for providing many years of dependable service. If that's what you're seeking, Brad Bartok is ready to help. Enjoy the broadcast featuring our amazing area student athletes, brought to you by Brad Bartok with Chief Industries and Chief Agri.
Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner with you behind the microphone on KBBN Radio. Jack Simpson with us behind the camera. We're also live with our video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. Well, Anselmo-Merna won the opening set 25-11. Elm Creek came back and was equally impressive in set number 2, winning 25-15. So we're in the third, and the Coyotes now starting to create a little bit of distance. They lead by 7 coming out of the timeout. Thornton with the serve. Ava Hellriegel keeps it alive. Ashlyn Hellriegel will send it across. Pass up over the net. Quintana trying to send it over, but on her return, it went into the net. She contacted it again. That'll be a violation, and now the Coyotes are up 16-8.
Yeah, that one looked like it just surprised her. She wasn't jumping to it.
Thornton the serve. That's an ace. And now it's all Anselmo-Merna here in this third set. Well, this has been an interesting match, the way we've seen teams just take over a set. Lily Thornton will send it across. Ava Hellriegel sets middle for Quintana, rolls it over the block, but the return is wide and out. And now the Coyotes are closing in on the match as they lead 18-8 here in the third.
And if you're Anselmo-Merna, you've got the person you want there at the service line.
Thornton puts another one in play. The return will be wide and out. Service ace for Lily Thornton. Anselmo-Merna 19, Elm Creek 8 here in the third. Thornton puts another one in play. They'll send it outside for Kotick. Big swing, and that'll be a kill.
Yeah, Kotick, when she gets a good setup, she is quick on the attack.
So now we'll see if Elm Creek can chip away. They have to get something going quick in their service game, down 19-9. At the net, overpass. Kotick knows what to do with that. Goes up and puts it down with two hands. And we'll see if that can create something for Elm Creek. Ava Hellriegel to serve, puts it in play. Chased by Mallory Bartok and returned on the second. Set up near in the middle for Kotick. Punched up in the air by Jenna Bartok. Now Rhiannon Myers hitting out of the back row. Played by Martin of Elm Creek. On the outside pin, it is Ashlyn Hellriegel. Played in the back row by Anselmo-Merna. With the attack is Riley Myers. Off hands. Elm Creek not able to return. And the point goes to the Coyotes.
And you kind of felt that was a big point there for Anselmo-Merna, as Elm Creek had run off a couple in a row and was starting to chip away on their lead.
Riley Myers, big serve, but handled nicely by the libero Steiner. Now Ashlyn Hellriegel with the swing, and she puts it on the back line for the kill.
She got the measuring tape out that time and hit it on the mark, right on that white line.
To the service line will be Reese Steiner. Steiner puts it in play. That will be an ace. So here we go. If you're Elm Creek, you got to make your run right now. You're down 20-12. We are in the third. And that's a good way to start a run. An ace off the right hand of Steiner. She'll serve it again. Puts it in play. Thornton off the pass. Sets middle for Coleman. Into the block. And it will find the floor.
And sometimes it's not how hard you hit, but where you place it.
Anselmo-Merna 21, Elm Creek 12. We're in the third set. Back into the match, Kyra Schmidt, the libero for AM. This one bumped up in the air toward Ashlyn Hellriegel, who sends it across. Thornton will go middle for Rhiannon Myers. The tip covered nicely by Kenning. At the net, Ashlyn Hellriegel with the swing. Takes it off hands, played though by Riley Myers. Now Jenna Bartok with the attack. Hits it wide and out. Point Elm Creek.
Good idea, but just a little long on the attack.
Elm Creek with the serve, but down by 8. And Kotick on the serve puts it into the net.
And I think when Coach Eschleman looks at the video of this tonight, he's going to look at the fact that their team missed a lot of serves.
Anselmo-Merna now closing in on the match, leading 22-13 in the third. Potter with the serve. It goes into the net. So back-to-back service errors by the two teams. And that'll put Ashlyn Hellriegel to the service line for Elm Creek. Ashlyn ready, sends it across. That's an ace.
I almost feel like with Elm Creek, it's feast or famine with their service game.
Ashlyn Hellriegel puts it in play. Pass is off target. It'll be another ace. And so here we go. Elm Creek trying to fight back. They are to within 7. Ashlyn Hellriegel with back-to-back aces. This one handled as Schmidt passes to Thornton, set up Myers. Tries to redirect it, but there to play it was Kotick. The pass goes into the net, and it actually, I believe, made contact with the antenna, so it becomes out right away. Point will go to Anselmo-Merna, and the Coyotes are 2 points away from closing out the match.
Yeah, and I think Kenning actually hit it a couple of times.
Serve from Jenna Bartok. Played in the back row. Ava Hellriegel will chase after it. Martin with the return. Anselmo-Merna chasing now. They'll send it back off the roll shot from Rhiannon Myers. Ava Hellriegel goes outside for the attack, and that's good. Cassidy Kenning with the kill. And Kenning will go back to the service line. Elm Creek still with a lot of work to do, though. They're down 23-17 here in the third set. Kenning, a junior, will be at the service line. Kenning, a service error. Serve goes into the net. And now it is set and match point for Anselmo-Merna. And they have one of the gals that they love at the service line in this moment, and that's Rhiannon Myers. The serve on its way, picked up by Ashlyn Hellriegel. They'll set it near side for the attack. Able to cover it is Tenley Potter. Now Riley Myers with the swing. That'll be a kill. And Anselmo-Merna wins their 6th match of the season as they defeat Elm Creek 2-1. We'll come back and wrap it up for our opening match of the night after these words on KBBN Radio.
Single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Nothing says ultimate relaxation better than kicking your feet up on your newly constructed or resurfaced deck. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers high-quality TimberTech terrain decking. No matter the shape, size, or layout, it can be used to build it. Plus, the popular colors brown oak and silver maple are in stock in Broken Bow, ready to go home with you. If you don't have a deck but want one, they can help you plan your project as well. TimberTech Terrain Decking from Mead Lumber in Broken Bow, East Highway 2.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because the future can be unpredictable. But no matter what's in the forecast, we'll help you feel protected so you can enjoy the dreams you've worked hard for with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit Justin Thompson Agency or call 308-872-5252.
At Team Physical Therapy, they know staying in the game is your top priority. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, and Gothenburg, they're proud to support local athletes with expert care and personalized rehab. Reach them at 872-5111. Whether you're recovering from an injury or working to improve your performance, their team is dedicated to helping you get back stronger and faster. Reach out to Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or visit myteampt.com. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you by Team Physical Therapy.
And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School. We have just completed things in match number 1. It went all 3 sets, but just kind of an interesting match because you look at the way the sets played out. you had one of the two teams just kind of taking control of each set. You had Anselmo-Merna starting off quick with an impressive opening set, winning 25-11, but then Elm Creek just simply flipped the script and won set number 2, never trailed in it, winning 25-15. In the third set, it was kind of back and forth until we got to about, 6-6 or 7-6. And then Larry Cotner and Anselmo-Merna just took over and would end up closing it out in the third, 25-17.
Yeah, it took till that spot when you said 6-6, 7-7, when Anselmo-Merna took the lead. That's the first time we had the flip of a lead throughout that whole match. Anselmo-Merna dominated the first set. Elm Creek never trailed in the second set. And, it's not a match that we've seen a lot of in recent years. I mean, where one team dominated the first, another team dominated the second. And then it looked like we were going to be even-steven for a while, but then Anselmo-Merna really turned it on. And, that was a big win for them going up against Elm Creek tonight.
So, the opening match of the night goes the way of the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes. The host team improves to 6-6 on the season. Elm Creek now is 7-6. And the Lady Buffaloes will stay on the court and get ready for another match right now. Is coming to join the party, the South Loop Lady Bobcats, who enter with a record of 2-8. They are taking their warm-ups, and we now transition to our second match of the night as it features South Loop and Elm Creek. And as we transition to our second match, we take time to say thanks to these sponsors who are bringing you radio coverage of match number 2. They include Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, South Loop Community Pharmacy, Agribest Feeds, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Mills Hardware, Prairie Eye Care, Downey Drilling, and Custer County Feeders. Match number 2, South Loop against Elm Creek, coming up next on KBBN Radio.
They're excited to offer great prices to their valued customers, thanks to the Good Buys program. This program not only helps keep prices affordable, but also gives back thousands of dollars in rewards and products. Callaway Market is known for its top quality meats and fresh, vibrant produce. On Mondays, seniors can enjoy a 10% discount. The market is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday from 11 to 5. Visit Callaway Market today.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with Probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School. They are taking their warm-ups as we prepare for match number 2 of the night as South Loup gets ready to take on Elm Creek. Well, not only are we live on the radio tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM, we're also live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by the radio call. You can access the live video stream by going to sandhillsexpress.com. You'll find links to the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel where you can view the action tonight. As you watch tonight's volleyball triangular, we hope you pay attention to the business logos that are flashing across your screen as they represent our video stream sponsors. And we say thank you to Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Card, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, First State Insurance, A1 Auto Repair, and Anselmo-Merna Boosters for helping us with our live video stream of tonight's Anselmo-Merna Volleyball Triangular. Match number 2, Elm Creek against South Loup, coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Irrigation season's in sight, then you have a well go kaput. It's about as much fun as picking the stickers out of your sheepdog. Really not that big of a deal if you call the Water Wizards at Downey Drilling in Kearney, Lexington, Ogallala, and Garden City. Contact info is online at downeydrilling.com. These guys cover the entire Ogallala Aquifer region, so there's really no place they haven't been in about 9 states. Downey Drilling prides themselves in their service and your uptime. Downey Drilling, a tradition of excellence for over 3 generations.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loup Bobcats. While you're out junk johnning, take a moment to think about how great it would be to be junk johnning in a new, comfortable Husker sweatshirt from Geared for Sports. Go get a coupon for 25% off a regular priced item from the flyers being handed out at the fairgrounds on Friday until 1. Then take it to Geared for Sports, where new threads are arriving daily. Lots of fall and winter items are arriving, and now is the perfect time to think ahead and gear up for basketball and wrestling seasons. Open 10 to 6 Monday to Friday and 9:30 until 4 on Saturdays. Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
If your yard smells like a science experiment gone wrong, it's time to call Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing. Scott and Colton specialize in septic tank pumping and installation. No job is too big, too small, or, too smelly. Duda Plumbing serves Broken Bow and surrounding communities with quick, reliable service that keeps things flowing where they should be flowing. So before your backyard turns into a biohazard zone, call the pros. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Attention Nebraska farmers. At Custer Federal State Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to offer agricultural loans tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to expand your operations, purchase new equipment, or manage daily expenses, our experienced team is here to help. With competitive rates, personalized service, we're your partners in growth. Visit Custer Federal State Bank today, where your future grows. Custer Federal State Bank, rooted in Nebraska, growing with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it's game day, whether for hometown student athletes or the Huskers, Gateway Motors of Broken Bow is proud to cheer right alongside you. Stop by and browse Chevrolet selections as well as Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. From the very latest models to expert service and great selection, their dedicated team delivers the performance and support that every customer deserves. Gateway Motors, your hometown dealership. See them on Highway 2 in Broken Bow or online at gatewaymotorsbrokenbow.com.
And again, we'll bring you back to Anselmo-Merna High School, getting ready for our second match of the evening as we cover the Anselmo-Merna Triangular. If you're just tuning in, match number 1 was won by the host team, Anselmo-Merna. They picked up their 6th win of the year as they won 2-1. Anselmo-Merna won the opening set 25-11. Elm Creek would tie the match, winning set 2 25-15, but Anselmo-Merna would win it in the third 25-17. So we get ready now for match number 2. As the South Loop Lady Bobcats will join us. They're 2-8 on the season. Their wins have come against Twin Loup and Bertrand. Losses, though, are to some good teams. They've lost to Mullen twice. Mullen is top 10 ranked in Class D2. They've lost to Sandhill Thetford, who entered the top 10 rankings in D2 this week, according to Lincoln Journal-Star. And they've also lost to Brady, all top 10 teams in D2, and all teams that compete in the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Emma Stahlbaumer and Nashe Heidel are among the team leaders in kills. Ray Hagler is a setter and leads the team in assists. Their opponent, Elm Creek, we saw him just a moment ago against Anselmo-Merna. They'll try to bounce back as they are now 7-6 on the season. As we welcome Larry Cotner back to the broadcast area, he'll have the call of our second match here coming up. Well, Larry, for Elm Creek, they got to try to bounce back, and I'm sure that where they will start is the service game. It was just kind of hit and miss for the Buffaloes in that opening set.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about the fact that it looked a little bit like feast or famine, and you don't want it to be a 50-50 proposition when you're trying to serve, but they've got very good service. When they're on, they are on, but when they're just a little off, they're going into the net. Or a little long, but almost all of them that missed were coming up short. They were coming into the net. And I'm sure that that's one of the things that Coach Eschleman probably talked about in between here. You know, I looked over there when that was happening. He didn't panic. He didn't look like he was upset. He realizes that's part of the high school volleyball game. You're not always going to get consistency, but it will come.
We'll take a short time out. When we come back, Larry will set up your starting lineups and we'll have the call. It is South Loop against Elm Creek coming up on KBBN Radio.
Excited to offer great prices to their valued customers thanks to the Good Buys program. This program not only helps keep prices affordable, but also gives back thousands of dollars in rewards and products. Callaway Market is known for its top quality meats and fresh, vibrant produce. On Mondays, seniors can enjoy a 10% discount. The market is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday from 11 to 5. Visit Callaway Market today.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
Well, every time you hear South Loop ace here in this match, you'll hear it brought to you by Pinnacle Bank in Arnold, because they love the Bobcats. They are proud to help bring this broadcast to you and hope you stop to see them soon in Arnold. This sports broadcast also brought to you in part by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. Call 872-2258. with the starting lineups for match number 2. Here's Larry.
All right, let's take a look first of all at the South Loop Lady Bobcats. 2-8 on the year. They're coached by Michelle Peterson, assisted by Jaden Weber and Aaron Wyckoff. They'll go this way. It'll be Ray Hagler. She's 5'6" and a sophomore. Gracie Brennan, a 5'5" freshman. Olivia Fitzgerald, 5'4" and a sophomore. Nisha Heidel, 5'6" senior. Emma Stahlbaumer, 6 foot and a sophomore. And 5'9" senior Aubrey Burkle. Also the libero, Charlie Pandorf, 5'6" and a junior. For Elm Creek, they'll go this way. Sophomore Ashlyn Hellriegel. It's Chelsea Kotick. She is a junior. Olivia Martin, a junior. Junior Cassidy Kinning. Also senior Ava Hellriegel. And the libero will be freshman Reese Steiner. Head coach is Devin Eschleman, assisted by Heather Hall, Jamie Robinson, and Olivia Hubbard. And they are 7-6 on the year after their 3-set loss in the opener against Anselmo-Merna. So it's the Lady Buffaloes and the Lady Bobcats. And these two teams were both, I believe, in C2 a year ago, and it might have actually been the other way around. But Elm Creek is C2 this year, and South Loop is D1.
So as we get ready for the start of our second match, we will take a timeout. We've got the opening serve coming up for you on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Brock's Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rock's Underground in Oconto.
Your friends at Clear Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810, Clang Financial. You'll find them in downtown Broken Bow, located at 940 South D Street. Well, we're ready to go with match number 2. It's South Loop against Elm Creek, and to call it for you, here's Larry.
All right, it'll be Elm Creek in the left court. In the right court, going right to left, will be South Loop. South Loop, if you're watching in on the video, South Loop is in the Kansas blue, Elm Creek in the Michigan blue. Did I get that about right?
Yeah, okay.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I'll buy that. Sure.
There we go. So it'll be South Loop going right to left, Elm Creek going left to right. The liberos will check in for both these teams. Elm Creek will serve to begin things. It will be Ava Hellriegel. And the officials check the rotations, and we are ready to go. Good to have you along here on this Tuesday night. High school volleyball on 95.3. Hellriegel down the line, dug out and into the ceiling and down quickly. Aubrey Burkle, and it's a point for the Lady Buffaloes. They lead it 1-0.
Yeah, good start for Elm Creek. We saw them struggle at times with their service game in that opening match. This time they start off with an ace.
Hellriegel goes over to the left side. That is dug out quickly by Brennan. Sent over on three by Heidel. Dug out back row by the libero Steiner, and they set it up for Ashlyn Hellriegel off the left side, who pounds it home. It's 2-0 in favor of Elm Creek.
Yeah, good in-system attack that time by the Buffaloes, able to set up one of their top hitters, Hellriegel, on the outside.
And David Hellriegel will send it across. Pushed over on three by Brennan. Dug out back row, bump set. Quintana pushes it across, dug out there by Pandorf. Bump set in the middle. Heidel saved nicely by Hellriegel, set back by Heidel, kept alive, and on three it's sent over by Steiner, and off the touch of Burkle. It'll go down, and Elm Creek with another point, and they're out to a quick lead of 3-0.
Yeah, great activity at the net that time by both teams. Elm Creek able to make just one extra play at the net, though, and claim the point.
Service from Hellriegel down the line, right on the line on the side. You couldn't ask for a better serve. So it's already a better serving game so far for Elm Creek.
Yeah, so far, good start for the Buffaloes, trying to bounce back after that opening match loss to Anselmo-Merna a little bit earlier tonight.
4-0 the score. Service again from Hellriegel, and that's another ace as it skims off the touch of Gracie Brennan. And quickly, South Loop wants timeout. We're in set number one. Elm Creek up 5-0. We'll be back after this on 95.3.
Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
And we come back here to Anselmo-Merna High School Gymnasium. Match number 2 of this triangular. South Loop and Elm Creek, and Elm Creek out on a quick jump of 5-0 here in the opening set. Hellriegel will send that one and send it long. Service error and a point for the Lady Bobcats. Ray Hagler will go back and serve for South Loop. From the right side, sends it, floats it, back line taken there by Steiner. They'll set it up over and send over by Hellriegel. Bumped up by Hagler, then sent over by Heidel, dug out by Steiner. They'll set up middle for Kotick, and Kotick was able to nail it down for the kill.
Well, the two attack leaders for Elm Creek coming in, Ashlyn Hellriegel and Chelsea Kotick. We saw both of them, I thought, get a little bit better with their swings as that opening match went along, and now both have a kill here in match number 2.
Steiner from the left side punches it across, dug out there on the back row. Heidel on the attack, gets it into the donut hole, and the point for South Loop. 6-2 now the score.
Yeah, great setup by the Bobcats. Again, when you're in system, things are just so much easier. Beautiful setup that time for Heidel, who was able to drive it to the middle of the floor.
Brennan with the service. It floats across, taken by Steiner. Bump set, tipped across by Kotick. That's kept alive. Hit on three by Heidel. Dug out of there by Hellriegel. That is Ashlyn. Got it blocked back, but kept alive. The joust at the net, won by Kotick over Heidel. And the point will go to Elm Creek. They lead it 7-2. Chelsea Kotick will go back to the service line. The junior sends it across and kept alive by Heidel after the touch by Stahlbomber, who sends it over on three. Hellriegel to Hellriegel for the set and the kill attempt, but that one is dug out by Hagler. The attack from the back row will go for Emma Stahlbomber.
A great swing from the back row off the right arm of Emma, one of the attack leaders for South Loop coming into this match.
7-3 our score. Elm Creek with the lead. Heidel with the service into the net. Service error and a point for Elm Creek. They lead it 8-3 here in set number 1. Checking in for the first time tonight, Addison Stump, 5'3" junior for South Loop. Service from Ashlyn Hellrigel sends it over. The return off the touch of Olivia Fitzgerald goes out of bounds. And another point for the Lady Buffaloes, who lead 9-3. Hellrigel again. That one touches the net, goes on over. Sent on quickly on 1, and now sent back on 3 by Kinning. Pass over to the left side. The attack into the net from Fitzgerald. And Elm Creek will chalk up another point. That's the 10th of the set. They lead 10-3. Ashlyn Hellrigel steps into this one. Down the line. Kept alive by Fitzgerald. Hagler will set it up for Stahlbomber. Her attack punched up on the back row. Hit into the ceiling. Came right back into play. And Hellrigel to Steiner, who sends it over on 3. Bump set. Stahlbomber pushes it across. Taken there by Steiner. Hellrigel back set to Ashlyn Hellrigel. And her attack is off the mark to the left. Point will go to South Loop. 10-4 the score. And to the service line will go 5'9" senior Aubrey Burkle. Floats it across, taken by Steiner. Near the net, kept alive by Hellrigel and punched across by Olivia Martin, and that will work.
Well, on that point, got to give credit to Ava Hellrigel. She was the one that kept that point alive at the net. Kind of looked like South Loop might win the point, but Ava kept it alive, and Elm Creek was able to win the point.
Cassidy Kinning's serve attempt into the net. Service error and a point for South Loop. They trail 11-5. Charlie Pandorf, who was in there as the libero, will check out. And Gracie Brennan back in to serve Olivia Fitzgerald. The sophomore steps into it. Played back row by Ashlyn Hellrigel. Now Ava Hellrigel over to Quintana. Gets off hands on the front row. Kept alive on the South Loop side. Emma Stahlbomber, big swing. Kept alive by Hellrigel. Now into the middle. Martin blocked back by Stahlbomber. And the stuff block for Emma Stahlbomber.
Yeah, great read at the net by Emma. Able to measure it. Timed her jump. And comes up with the ace block.
11-6 the score. South Loop climbing back into this first set. Fitzgerald with the bullet. Taken there by Ashlyn Hellrigel, who gets it back on the serve. And then her attack is out. Just missed the line on the side. And the point for South Loop. 11-7. Fitzgerald again, and that one into the net. Service error. Point will go to the Lady Buffaloes, who lead it by 5 at 12-7. Set number 1. Best 2 out of 3. This is match number 2. Martin with the floater. Dug out on the back row there by Burkle. Burkle gets it back, sends it over on 3. Taken there by Hellrigel. They'll set it up in the middle for Kotick. Nice dig by Pandorf. Bump set. Stahlbomber off balance, puts it into the net. And another point for the Lady Buffaloes. 13-7, Elm Creek on top. Service Martin. And that's an ace. Olivia Martin, you couldn't ask for a better one. She didn't waste any time back there, Brent.
No, and kind of looked like she took just a little something off of it, too, as it just simply found the middle of the floor.
She's like a pitcher in rhythm. She gets that ball, she's ready to go. And she puts that one, though, into the net. And maybe the fact she had to chase that one down might have threw her a little out of rhythm. 14-8. Emma Stahlbomber will serve. Charlie Pandorf back in as the libero for the Lady Bobcats. Stahlbomber sends it, played there by Steiner. Hellrigel sends it over. It's covered there by Burkle. Bump set. Najee Heidel with the attack goes long, and the point will go to Elm Creek. And Ava Hellrigel, who kind of got things started for Elm Creek, back there to serve again. Down the line, almost got an ace. It's going to work. The pass, Hagler really couldn't do much with it near the net. And at 16-8, Elm Creek has doubled the score. Hellrigel again. That one down the line, punched up by Burkle. Hagler sets it up for Heidel. The attack dug by Martin, back row right. Set up in the middle. Kotick able to get it across, but the point will go to Elm Creek as they're going to call Heidel in the net. 17-8 now. Elm Creek's Hellrigel floats that one too long on the drive serve. And it's 17-9 after the service error. South Loop will have the serve, but they've got work to do, down by 8. Ray Hagler sends it. It hits the top of the tape, service error. And another point for the Lady Buffaloes. Quintana will come out. Kenning will come back in for Elm Creek. Reese Steiner from the left side steps into this one. And that's a service error.
Well, that's really tough when you have your opponent commit a service error and then you just kind of give it right back to them when you're unable to get it over the net. And we'll see if this one finally gets put in play, and it does.
Sent across that time by Brennan. Dug out by Steiner, but the pass ahead to Kotick was just too close to the net. She couldn't even play it off the net. So the point will go to South Loop, back-to-back serves for Gracie Brennan. 7-point difference, 18-11, Elm Creek. Brennan floats it back row, taken there by Martin. Bump set in the middle. Big swing for Ashlyn Hellrigel, and she'll put it home. And the Buffaloes up 19-11.
Ashlyn's done a lot of her damage on the outside, but that time she got the feed in the middle and was able to deliver there.
And Elm Creek will have the service, needing 6 more points to win set number 1. They lost the opening match of the night to Anselmo-Merna in 3. Dug out by Stahlbomber, sent on 1. Dug there by Ashlyn Hellrigel gets it back. Blocked at the net by Burkle. Kept alive by Heidel, sent over by Burkle. Into the ceiling, it's played by Steiner. Hellrigel with a nice running shot as she put it just inside that back line.
You know, the second it came off the hand, I thought it might go a little bit long, but boy, it hit right on the back line. Good control by Hellrigel to get the point.
I agree with you. I thought that one was going to be long at first, too. Dig out by Pandorf, and on the second pass, a little too close to the net. South Loop could not send it over in 3. And Elm Creek 4 away from winning set number 1, up 21-11. Kotick will serve. Played back row by Pandorf. And trying to play it off the wall was Heidel, but could not. And that is another point for Elm Creek. 22-11. Kotick hits the net and goes on over for an ace. Well, that hit high on the net. Well, a lot of times we'll see those bounce back, Brent, but that one had enough English to pop on over.
Well, that just kind of shows you how things have went for Elm Creek here in this opening set when you have a serve like that gets over the net. And so hard for the defensive team to pick that up and get the return on it.
Kotick will send it across. It's dug out there by Fitzgerald. Then the big swing off the right side for Nache Heidel. She'll get the kill. It's 23-12.
Yeah, great swing from Nache. One of her best of the night for sure.
Vera Hodges, a freshman, checks into the lineup for Elm Creek. She didn't even suit up for the previous match, but has suited up for this one. They do also have JVs going on down the hall, but they might not be playing at this particular time. Heidel sends it across. Nice dig out by Steiner. Off the right side, big swing, but long from Ashlyn Hellrigel. And the point to South Loop, who trailed 23-13. Nache Heidel with the service. And that one goes into the net, service error. And it is set point for the Lady Buffaloes. They lead at 24-13, and Ashlyn Hellrigel will step into this one. Dug out by Pandorf, near the net, pushed over by Hagler. Taken there by Kotick. They'll send it over left side for Kenning. Off hands, it's dug out back row by Hagler. Pass to the front row, trying to tip it over, but off balance could not. Was Fitzgerald, and that is the end of the first set. And Elm Creek runs away and wins this one 25-13. Set number 2 coming up next right here on 95.3.
game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Pressure's on, end of the irrigation season's in sight, then you have a well go kaput. It's about as much fun as picking the stickers out of your sheepdog. Really not that big of a deal if you call the water wizards at Downey Drilling in Kearney, Lexington, Ogallala, and Garden City. Contact info is online at downeydrilling.com. These guys cover the entire Ogallala Aquifer region, so there's really no place they haven't been in about 9 states. Downey Drilling prides themselves in their service and your uptime. Downey Drilling, a tradition of excellence for over 3 generations.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
Thrivent Financial is proud to support the area teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Representative Scott Harvey wants to help you with your financial goals by creating a strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. For insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, call Scott with Thrivent Financial at 872-2511.
We start set number 2, South Loop with the service. It'll be Ray Hagler to do the honors, floats it across, taken there by Steiner. Hillwiggle pass over to Kenning, or a check that's Kotick with the big attack. On 3, it'll be floated back by Brennan. Taken there by Hillwiggle. Now Ava Hillwiggle sets it up for Kotick. Nice dig by Stahlbaumer, who sends it off that dig. On the other side, Quintana pushes it across. Burkle with the quick return. And on the South Loop side, they are not going to be able to send it on 3 as Elm Creek had got it back quickly. And the Lady Bobcats trail it here 1-0 as Elm Creek got off to the quick start with Ava Hillwiggle serving in the first set. We'll see where she goes with the second set. Nice one, dug out back row center by Stahlbaumer. Sent over on 3 by Heidel. Dug out and standing spike from Ava Hillwiggle. Brennan with the push. Now dug out by Stahlbaumer, send over by Heidel. Dug back row by Steiner. They'll set it up for Hillwiggle. Down the line, dug there by Hagler. Now Heidel blocked back by Kotick. Heidel again, almost into the donut hole, but Hillwiggle keeps it alive. Helped across by Kotick. Set up now for Brennan. Crisscross attack. Pushed up by Steiner. Now Hillwiggle off balance. Dug back row center by Stahlbaumer. Pushed across by Hagler. Taken there by Martin. Bump set over to the other side. That's Ashlyn Hillwiggle, and she took a little something off, was able to get it into the donut hole.
Yeah, one of the best points of the match right there. Back and forth we went. Elm Creek able to find a way to end the point.
2-0 in favor of Elm Creek. Ava Hillwiggle dug out by Stahlbaumer, bumped up by Hagler. Heidel trying to get it across a little too low on the trajectory. Into the net. Point will go to Elm Creek, and they're off to a quick 3-0 lead. Ava Hillwiggle played by Hagler, and little mistiming there. Heidel, I thought might have thought someone else had it, but had to get to it quickly, but could not get there. And another point for Elm Creek. They lead 4-0. They have been able to get out quickly in both sets. Hillwiggle again. Dug out nicely by Brennan. Back row attack. Stahlbaumer sends it over. Steiner with the dig. They'll set it up for Kotick. Real big, quick offensive attack, and Kotick slams it home.
Yeah, Kotick's been really good in the middle. She kind of got it going in set number 2 of that opening match against Anselmo-Merna and has been able to kind of carry that into this match.
Hillwiggle this time into the net. Service error, and South Loop on the board. They trail 5-1. Freshman Gracie Brennan will serve from the traditional right side. Floats it. Back row played by Steiner. Hellrigel to Hellrigel. And that goes into the net. And that'll be off 4 hits, I believe. Maybe a block. Not sure which way they called that, Brent.
Yeah, I think they said it went off hands of South Loop because they pointed to the floor on Elm Creek side. So give the block to Heidel and Burkle at the net.
On the other way, and after the set, it is Kotick with the big swing in the middle and slamming it home to give Elm Creek the side out, leading 6-2. Pandorf back in to play the back row as the libero. And on the subject of libero, Reese Steiner, the freshman, will serve it. Floats it across, taken there by Stahlbaumer. Racing to it is Hagler. Slapping it across Fitzgerald. Pass left side. Hellrigel drives it through the defense. Heidel and Burkle were there, but Ashlyn Hellrigel just drove it right through the D. 7-2. Steiner steps into this one. Kind of drags that that right foot. It's a little bit of an off balance, but it works for her. And she gets the point there. 8-2. Steiner will step into another one. That one into the net. Service error, and South Loop will serve. 8-3 our score in favor of Elm Creek. Nisha Heidel takes her turn at it. It's a good one. Played there by Martin. That is an ace, a Pinnacle Bank ace serve for South Loops. Nisha Heidel. 8-4 the score. That ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. Heidel once again gives it a spin. Hits it to the back row. Steiner with the play. Hellrigel the set. Kenning falling backwards, got it over. Tipped over on 2, though, by Stahlbaumer in the middle. Off hands. And someone for South Loop was in the net. And it'll be a point for Elm Creek. So Elm Creek up 9-4. Kotick will serve. Dug out by Pandorf, kept alive by Hagler. Pandorf on the bump set. Sends it across. Hellrigel, nice shot, but dug out by Pandorf. Leaning back down the line. Fitzgerald going to get it to go. Off the hand of Kotick in the back row corner. And South Loop back within 4 at 9-5.
Yeah, great swing from Olivia Fitzgerald, able to take it down the line and collect the point.
Aubrey Burkle to serve. And that goes into the net. Service error. And Elm Creek up 10-5. They have not trailed, I don't believe, in this match at all.
No, they jumped out to a 5-0 lead in both sets. And they went on to win the opening set 25-13 and now continue to lead here in set number 2. So we'll see if South Loop can fight back.
Sent on 1, now sent quickly back to South Loop after the service, and it will go as Martin tipped it across. Stahlbaumer unable to dig it out. And another point for Elm Creek. They lead it 11-5. Ashlyn Hillriggle from the right side. Dug out by Pandorf. Kept alive by Fitzgerald. Sent over on 3 by Hagler. Dug by Steiner. Tipped over by Ava Hellriggle, but she tips it out of bounds.
Well, give credit on that point to Pandorf. She's the one that kind of kept that thing going with that tremendous dig to keep South Loop in the point, and ultimately the Bobcats would end up winning it.
Fitzgerald serve to the back line, hits up in the air, kept alive though by Kotick. Sent over on 3 by Hellriggle. Set up on the left side, the attack by Brennan. It's good. Gracie Brennan from the left side, going crisscross to the center. Gets it down, it's 11-7. And Fitzgerald will serve to try to get the Bobcats a little bit closer. And that one just missed. Trying to get the corner Ashlyn Hellrigel watched it and then let it go. 12-7 the score. Kinnig will serve. Down the line. Played there by Stump, who's back in. Off balance, it's Stahlbomber putting it home.
Yeah, great play by Emma. Had to reach back kind of across her body a little bit, but was still able to find the opening on the Elm Creek side.
Stump's going to come back out. Heidel will check back in. 12-8 the score. South Loop has trailed all the way, but they're hanging in here in this set, too. They lost the first set 25-13. Lady Bobcats send it over on 3. Burkle dug out by Steiner. Hellrigel sets it up for Martin off balance. Nice dig by Burkle. Bumped up. Now it's Gracie Brennan with the crisscross in front of Quintana, and she gets the point.
And starting to see the potential of the freshman Gracie Brennan. A couple of nice swings hitting off that left pin.
12-9 now, Buffaloes. Stahlbomber to serve. That's a good one. Dug out by Hellrigel. Sent over by Martin. Taken there by Hagler. Kept alive by Burkle. Sent over on the set by Pandorf. Second hit by Hellrigel. She sends it over. It's kept alive. Off balance, Brennan. Sent over on 1. Dug out by Hagler. Quick hit by Heidel. Kept there alive by Hellrigel. Sent over by Quintana. Dug by Pandorf. Bump set and a free ball sent over by Brennan. They'll back set now. Ashlyn Hellrigel will use the bump and just free ball it for a point, but she aimed that one for the corner.
Yeah, she did. I think South Loop thought for a moment that might go a little bit wide, but clearly in as Elm Creek was able to win the long rally.
The sophomore for Elm Creek, very good vision of the court. Dug out in the middle by Brennan, and the big swing and down, or no, it's kept alive, but Elm Creek not able to send it back on 3, so the kill will go down for Heidel. 13-10. Well, that looked like that was going to go down, but Elm Creek did a good job of keeping it going at a low level. And then a service error on the serve. So Elm Creek gets it right back, up 14-10. And Ava Hellrigel, she's been tough there in this match. The overpass off the serve receive. Connick right there to dump it down.
Yeah, that all started, though, with the serve from Ava Hellrigel. Man, that was a bullet that just barely cleared the net and was able to be picked up, but ultimately the point to the Buffaloes.
Hits the net, and Hagler able to dig it out. Sent over on 3 by Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber is going to have to keep it alive. That was a nice push to the back line by Ava Hellrigel. And that was going to be very close. Stahlbomber had to play it, but nobody could take it after that. 16-10 Buffaloes. And Hellrigel again. Stahlbomber stops that one. Pushed over by Hagler. Trying to go for the corner, and it just misses.
Boy, great idea by Hagler. The opening was there. Tried to place it, but it went just a little bit wide.
And Ava Hellrigel continues her service, and that's going to be an ace. An ace off the hands of Stahlbomber. 18-10. And we're going to get a late substitution. A couple of players coming in. First time here in the match, Cameron Kramer, 5'9" junior, along with Josie Lemcooler, a 5'8" junior. And Stahlbomber and Hagler will sit down. 18-10. Serve is a ace for Hellrigel. And right now she is just eating it up at that line.
Yeah, she has served really well in this match. For Elm Creek, she set the tone back in the opening set when she rattled off 5 in a row. And now starting to kind of set the tone here, although that one sails long and out for the service error.
Yeah, she put that one a little too long, and it'll be South Loop to serve. Gracie Brennan to do the honors. Down 19-11, and that one's just going to miss. She had a floater that was spinning, but it spun its way a little too far left. And Elm Creek now seeing the finish line. They're 5 away from winning the set and the match. They won the first set 25-13, up 20-11 in this one. Sent across. Pushed back by Heidel. Dug out back row by Hellriegel. Dug by Kotick, and then the standing spike from the back row would not go. Did not clear the net, so South Loop gets the point. And Heidel, who's had the only ace serve, the only Pinnacle Bank ace serve so far tonight, will go back there. And Steiner comes in late. I think, the whistle comes on. She was ready to go, but Elm Creek wasn't ready to go. They were switching their libero in. So the official's going to have them do a redo. It's tough. Sometimes that server gets in a zone. And Heidel, and that one will throw off the zone a little as she puts it into the net. 21-12. And Kotick will serve now for the Lady Buffaloes. Don't forget, we've got one more match. That's Anselmo-Merna and South Loop. Dug out by Pandorf. Bump set by Limcooler. Set across and out from Cameron Kramer. 22-12. Chelsea Kotick. And that one may have actually touched Fitzgerald. Nope, they're going to say it was out. Fitzgerald put her hands up, but brought him down in time. And the point will go to South Loop on the service error. Burkle into the net. Service error, South Loop. And Elm Creek gets the serve right back. They lead 23-13. Ashland Hellriegel. And that's an ace. Well, that thing just cleared the net and took a nosedive, Brent.
Yes, it did. It's really tough to pick that up.
Set and match serve, but that is out of bounds from Hellriegel. So South Loop stays alive, down 24-14. Brennan comes back in. Olivia Fitzgerald will serve, and that's into the net. A service error and the winning point that Elm Creek needed. And they win the match in two sets, 25-13, 25-14. Elm Creek improves to 8-6. South Loop will fall to 2-9. They will have one more to go here tonight against Anselmo-Merna, who's 6-6. So Elm Creek, they are done for the night. They finish 1-1. They lose to Anselmo-Merna 25-11, 15-25, 25-17, but then bounce back to defeat South Loop 25-13, 25-14. We'll come back and wrap things up for this match. Get you ready for the final one here on 95.3.
When we unlock the doors and turn on the lights at the grocery cart, we're excited to serve you with a smile and helpfulness that can't be matched. Our staff is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast. It's our mission to offer you great prices in a store that is clean, organized, and convenient. Connect with us online at gkbrokenbow.com or come by and shop 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. East Highway to Broken Bow.
A big shout out to First State Insurance and Arnold for supporting the South Loop Bobcats by sponsoring this broadcast. Whether you need home, auto, or business coverage, First State has you covered. Stop by their office in Arnold and let Becky or Taylor take care of you just like they take care of the Bobcats. And don't let low back and leg pain reduce your quality of life. Studies suggest spinal manipulation as the first method of treatment. Having pain? Call Dr. Chad Hackle with Backbone of Healthcare at 872-2171 or visit them Monday through Friday on South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow. We'll transition into our final match of the night in just a moment. It's Anselmo-Merna and South Loop coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
On Highway 2 in Broken Bow is your trusted local source for all your auto repair and maintenance needs. From oil changes and tire sales to complete vehicle repairs, their skilled team offers honest, reliable service to keep your car running smoothly and safely. Whether it's routine maintenance or an unexpected repair, Trotter Service is dedicated to getting you back on the road quickly and with confidence. Trotter Service, your hometown automotive repair and tire store.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
Producers, are you looking for a versatile option for your after-harvest corn or soybean acres? Then Winter Rye is your answer. Winter Rye is a low-cost powerhouse that improves soil health, controls erosion, suppresses winter annual weeds, and improves nutrient management. Winter Rye is also a great choice for fall and early spring grazing for livestock. Arrowseed offers packaging sizes that fit your operation for ease of handling and acreage. Call Arrowseed today for pricing and see how Winter Rye can be an added benefit for your operation. And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School. Coming up, our final match of the night as the host team Anselmo-Merna gets ready to take on the South Loop Bobcats. And as we transition into our final match of the night, we take time to recognize those who are sponsoring our radio broadcast of our final match. And they include Consolidated, Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Brad and Barb Bartok, South Loop Community Pharmacy, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, Agribest Feeds in Callaway, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Kristen Electric, Mills Hardware, Prairie Eye Care, Downey Drilling, and State Farm Insurance. Donna Cahill, your local agent. Anselmo-Merna and South Loop coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on our students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Super Fast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, keep up with them on Facebook. Just search Consolidated Companies.
At the Callaway Market, they're excited to offer great prices to their valued customers, thanks to the Good Buys program. This program not only helps keep prices affordable, but also gives back thousands of dollars in rewards and products. Callaway Market is known for its top quality meats and fresh, vibrant produce. On Mondays, seniors can enjoy a 10% discount. The market is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday from 11 to 5. Visit Callaway Market today.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
This sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Brad Bartok, your local connection with Chief Industries. You need grain handling products that you can trust, and Brad can get you set up. Chief Agri products are sold throughout the world and have a reputation for providing many years of dependable service. If that's what you're seeking, Brad Bartok is ready to help. Enjoy the broadcast featuring our amazing area student athletes, brought to you by Brad Bartok with Chief Industries and Chief Agri.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold is the place to be for delicious food, ice-cold drinks, and a fun local atmosphere. They're proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcats and salute the dedication of our student athletes who give their best in the classroom and in competition. Whether you're stopping in after the game or gathering with friends, Grazer's is ready to serve you. Be sure to follow Grazer's Bar and Grill on Facebook for daily specials and updates on upcoming events.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection. Well, the two teams are back out on the court taking their warm-ups as we get ready for our final match of the night. Anselmo-Merna against South Loup coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Well, not only are we live tonight on KBBN Radio, we're also live with our video stream, which you can watch accompanied by the radio call. You can access it through sandhillsexpress.com, where you will find the links to our Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel, where you can watch tonight's action. And as you do that, we hope you pay attention to the business logos that are flashing across your screen as they represent our video stream sponsors of tonight's broadcast. And we say thanks to Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, First State Insurance, A1 Auto Repair, and Anselmo-Merna Boosters for helping us with our live video streaming of tonight's Anselmo-Merna Volleyball Triangular. South Loup and AM, our final match of the night, and it's next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity for underground, farm, remodels, and new construction.
To the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and medical clinics where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
This sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Brad Bartok, your local connection with Chief Industries. You need grain handling products that you can trust, and Brad can get you set up. Chief Agri products are sold throughout the world and have a reputation for providing many years of dependable service. If that's what you're seeking, Brad Bartok is ready to help. Enjoy the broadcast featuring our amazing area student athletes, brought to you by Brad Bartok with Chief Industries and Chief Agri.
And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School as we get ready for our final match of the night here at the AM Triangular. South Loup getting ready to take on the Lady Coyotes of Anselmo-Merna. Well, as we recap what has happened so far tonight, Anselmo-Merna picked up their 6th win of the season earlier tonight when they held off Elm Creek 2-1. Anselmo-Merna was very impressive in the opening set of that match, winning 25-11. But then Elm Creek came back and won set number 2, 25-15. It was tight through the opening points of set number 3, but then Anselmo-Merna took over control in the middle of the third set, and they would win it in the third over Elm Creek by a score of 25-17. So Anselmo-Merna gets the 2-1 win earlier tonight against Elm Creek. Elm Creek then came back in the second match of the night where they faced South Loup. Elm Creek would get the win in straight sets, winning 25-13 in the first and winning 25-14 in the second. So as we shift now to our final match of the night, it'll be the second meeting of the season, actually, between South Loup and Anselmo-Merna. They met way back at the beginning of the year, back on September 2nd at the South Loup Triangular. Anselmo-Merna would win it in straight sets. The scores went 25-21 and 25-16 as we welcome Larry Cotner back into the broadcast area. Well, we've made it to our final match of the night. Both teams play in the same conference. They played each other once already. Certainly there is familiarity between the two coming into our final match.
Yeah, if these two teams have any familiarity with any other team as much as anybody, it's with each other. They see each other quite a bit during the volleyball season. They can see each other as much as 3 times, or I think maybe 4 times during the regular volleyball season. And they don't see each other ever, it seems like, in the postseason because they're always in different classes. But they see each other a lot during the regular season. And, of course, what happened 3 weeks ago really has no bearing on what goes on tonight.
So it is our final match of the night. It's a good old-fashioned Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference matchup as South Loup takes on Anselmo-Merna, and it's coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold is the place to be for delicious food, ice-cold drinks, and a fun local atmosphere. They're proud supporters of the South Loup Bobcats and salute the dedication of our student athletes who give their best in the classroom and in competition. Whether you're stopping in after the game or gathering with friends, Grazer's is ready to serve you. Be sure to follow Grazer's Bar and Grill on Facebook for daily specials and updates on upcoming events.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, AeroQuip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection. And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School as we are underway now in our final match of the night. Two teams exchange points, and we're tied at 1-1 here in the opening set of our final match of the night as Anselmo-Merna takes on South Loup. At the service line for the Lady Coyotes is Lily Thornton. Thornton sends it on its way. In play, returned on one hit by Emma Stahlbaumer. Coleman will set it near side, set into the net, over the net actually. Burkle tried to put it down, but AM able to handle. The attack by Myers out of the back row, kept alive and returned by the libero Pandorf of South Loup. Coleman on the outside goes cross court for the kill.
Great adjustment by Pandorf off the ceiling to get that one across. But that also allowed AM to take advantage of South Loup being a little bit out of system. And Shaylee Coleman with the big hammer going right to left on the crisscross.
Thornton ready with the serve, handled by Stahlbaumer, and we've got South Loup in the net. Josie Lemcooler serving as the setter for South Loup. Just had her momentum carrier into the net, so violation against the Bobcats. And AM goes up 3-1 here in the first.
Yeah, her right foot went about a foot across.
Thornton, another good serve. That will be an ace off the right arm of Lily Thornton. We've seen her serve a few of those here through the course of the night. And the Coyotes go up 4-1.
And she's one of the big reasons that they came away with the victory in the first match of the night. She got them off to a good start, also finished strong in the third set.
Thornton ready. Serve on its way, picked up by Stahlbaumer. Lemcooler able to handle the pass into the net and get it over the net, as with the attack, Riley Myers kept alive by South Loup. Heidel with the return. Lily Thornton will quick set it across. Punching it up in the air with the right hand is Brennan. Sending it across is Burkle on three. Thornton jump set middle. Bartok with the redirect, handled though by the Bobcats. Big swing from Heidel, but on the follow through, she'll come into the net. And the point will go to Anselmo-Merna.
Best volley of this match so far as both teams went back and forth. But, yeah, unfortunately for South Loup, they had someone in the net for the second time here.
Thornton trying to keep this service run going. Brennan able to dig it out. The set middle for Heidel. Big swing, block back, down and good. Mallory Bartok at the net for Anselmo-Merna.
Boy, that was huge. She has really done a good job of taking over in that middle.
So the Coyotes taking control here early in this opening set. They lead 6-1 in the first. Thornton sends it across, picked up by Stahlbaumer. The outside set for Burkle, sends it over the block. Well, actually tried to redirect it and ends up hitting it wide and out. So the point will go to Anselmo-Merna, and AM leads 7-1 here in the first. Thornton ready. Lily puts it in play again. Good pass to Lemcooler, who sets it outside for Burkle. Gets a swing on it this time and just missed the back line. Boy, it was really close, but sailed just a little bit long, and a timeout, South Loup. We're in the opening set, and Anselmo-Merna 8, South Loup 1.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Well, every time South Loup serves an ace in this match, it'll be brought to you by Pinnacle Bank in Arnold. Because they love the Bobcats, they are proud to help bring this broadcast to you, and hope you stop to see them soon in Arnold. All right, back to action out of the timeout. Thornton with the serve, returned on one hit, played by Bartok, set up near side. Riley Myers, was there a touch? Yes, there was at the net. Touch is called, so the point will go to Anselmo-Merna.
It was kind of a subtle touch, but the officials looked at each other, looked at the line judge. They took their time and made the right call.
Thornton with a big service run going. That one just got over the net and falls to the floor.
And no matter what kind of defense you're in for South Loup, you can't defend that.
No, you cannot. And that's the kind of service run that Thornton has been on when you get those to fall. 10-1 now AM in the first. That one not able to clear the net. That one goes into the net. Service error. And that'll stop the service run of Thornton. We'll see if South Loup can take advantage as the freshman Gracie Brennan goes to the service line. Brennan ready, floats it across, played by Jenna Bartok. Quick set over by Thornton, but she positions it wide and out, and the point goes to the Bobcats.
Well, we'll see if South Loup now can make a little bit of a run of their own.
Brennan ready. The serve sails long and out. Service error, South Loup. Point, Anselmo-Merna. The libero, Charlie Pandorf, comes back in to play defensively for the Bobcats in the back row. Riley Myers at the service line. Big serve, handled nicely by Olivia Fitzgerald. Lem Cooler sets it over the net, right to the hands of Coleman, but it's saved momentarily by Heidel, but off the pass, South Loup not able to return, and the point will go to AM.
Yeah, the pass was up towards the net, but Fitzgerald was a little bit off the mark there, and it was going to be hard to handle.
Riley Myers with the serve. That is going to sail long and out. Service error, and the point to South Loup. Substitution for the Bobcats is Addison Stump will come in. Heidel will come out, and Stump will go to the service line for South Loup. Stump, Pandorf, Lemcooler, Fitzgerald, Stahlbomber, and Burkle, the 6 on the floor for South Loup. The serve on its way, but into the net. Stump not able to get it across. Service error, point, Anselmo-Merna. And now they will bring in their libero, Kyra Schmidt, the 5'3 junior, to serve. AM 13, South Loup 4, opening set. Best 2 out of 3 set match, our final match of the night. Here Stahlbomber reaches back, takes a swing, but hits it wide and out. And the point will go to AM. Anselmo-Merna leading 14-4. Serve on its way from Schmidt. In play, picked up nicely by Fitzgerald. Lemcooler back set for Burkle, hitting off the right pin. Handled by the Coyotes. Back the other way, Coleman. Great save for the moment by Pandorf. South Loup will scramble, but they will not be able to return. It'll go as a kill for Coleman, and AM goes up 15-4 here in the opening set.
Yeah, the Lady Bobcats did a good job of keeping that one alive, but just couldn't get it over.
Schmidt floats one to the back row. Good pass to Lemcooler, who handles. Set up outside for Stahlbomber. Big swing, but returned on one hit by Riley Myers. South Loup will send it across off the third from Fitzgerald. Now the back set intended for Rhiannon Myers, but just some miscommunication for AM. Just didn't pick it up. And the point will go to South Loup.
Yeah, the back set was there, and Myers was on the slide, but she also thought that maybe Jenny Bartok was over there.
Burkle with the serve. Pass to Thornton, who sets the near side for Myers. Rhiannon Myers with the kill. And the Coyotes go up 16-5 here in the first.
And if you miss one the time before, that's a way to make it up. Go right after it and attack.
On the rotation, Coleman will come out. Tenley Potter will come in to replace her and go to the service line. The sophomore will send it across. Lemcooler chases after it, sets up Stahlbomber. Big swing, but it sails long and out. And the point will go to AM. Coyotes pulling away here in this opening set now, leading at 17-5. Potter ready again. That one will go off the hands of Stump in the back row, and that'll be an ace for Anselmo-Merna.
Stump was kind of in no man's land there with the fact that may land out, may land in, and she chose to play it.
Potter floats one across, picked up nicely this time by Stump. The setup near side for Fitzgerald, who tips it over, and that'll get to the floor. Fitzgerald will collect the kill. Point, South Loup.
That's a good directional shot right there.
The libero Pandorf will come out. The freshman Brennan back in to play the front row as Fitzgerald goes to the service line for South Loop, but the serve sails long and out. On the service error, point and serve to Anselmo-Merna. Fitzgerald out, the libero Pandorf back in to play defensively for South Loop in the back row. Jenna Bartok with the serve. That's going to sail long and out. So the teams exchange service errors, and the point goes to South Loop.
Brent, when you look at all three matches here tonight, I don't know. It's been a little while since we've had as many service errors as we've had tonight.
Yeah, they've started to add up a little bit. Emma Stahlbaumer with the serve. That one's in play as Thornton will set the middle for Rhiannon Myers. Redirects it. Able to handle is Fitzgerald. Now Heidel will send it over. Free ball AM. Thornton goes to Rhiannon Myers on the slide. Big swing and the kill for Rhiannon Myers.
And that was set up very well for Myers. You get her on the slide, she does a great job of getting her feet set so that she can come back against the grain.
AM 20, South Loop 7. We're in the opening set of our final match of the night. Rhiannon Myers with the serve. Returned on one hit on the overpass. Bartok tried to put it down. South Loop able to recover and send it back. Thornton will go to Bartok in the middle. Mallory with the swing and the kill.
Well, Mallory Bartok, she has kind of made that middle her home.
AM now closing in on the opening set. Rhiannon Myers, an ace. And the Coyotes are 3 away from going up 1-0. Final match of the night, Anselmo-Merna won 2-1 over Elm Creek earlier tonight. Elm Creek a straight set winner earlier this evening over South Loop. Served by Myers into the net. Service error, and we'll see if South Loop can take advantage of that as Lemcooler will go to the service line. Josie Lemcooler at the service line for the Bobcats. Lemcooler into the net. Teams exchange service errors. Point Coyotes, and now AM is 2 points away from winning the set.
And they've got Lily Thornton going back there to serve for them.
Thornton ready. Serve on its way. In play. Picked up by Brennan. Lemcooler goes middle to Heidel. Big swing. Nashe Heidel with the kill.
And give a little credit there, too, to Josie Lemcooler with a nice quick set to where all Heidel had to do was come in there and slam it home.
That'll send the freshman Brennan to the service line. Gracie ready. Floats one over. Picked up by Potter. Thornton will set it over toward Riley Myers, who hits it into the net. Point, South Loop. Anselmo-Merna 23 and South Loop 10. As Gracie Brennan continues at the service line. Gracie ready, sends it across. And with the return is Riley Myers. But it is not able to clear the net, and the point will go to South Loop. So the Bobcats try to fight back here a little bit as Gracie Brennan will try to keep it going from the service line. The freshman puts it in play. Pass to Thornton, who goes back row to Rhiannon Myers. It goes into the net. So South Loop picks up another point.
And for the Lady Bobcats, if they don't win the set, at least they carry some momentum into the next set, Brent.
Brennan ready. Here's a serve. Picked up by Jenna Bartok again. Thornton will go over toward Riley Myers, who sends it across but wide and out. And Coach Hoblin wants a timeout. South Loop trying to fight back. We are in the opening set. Anselmo-Merna 23, South Loop 13.
Use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast, Kristen Electric.
Back to Anselmo-Merna High School. We're in the opening set of our final match of the night, as Anselmo-Merna leads South Loup 23-13, but Gracie Brennan, the freshman, with a nice little run going here behind the service line for South Loup. We'll see if she can keep it going. AM trying to force the side out. Serve on its way, played on the line by Jenna Bartok, and that'll find the floor.
Well, we talked about how this ending can help South Loup carry over into the next set, and Anselmo-Merna is wanting this not to carry over to the next set.
Brennan floats it across, picked up by Rhiannon Myers. The swing off Mallory Bartok's right arm, handled by the Bobcats. Now Heidel back the other way, into the net. Point Coyotes, and now Anselmo-Merna will serve for set number one. Set point, Anselmo-Merna at 24-14. Serve from Riley Myers. That'll be an ace, and that will end things here in set number one. Anselmo-Merna gets the win in the opening set. Score goes 25-14. Well, this sports broadcast is brought to you by Ford County Heating and Air owners Brian and Austin. Serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Ford County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. Call 872-2258. We're back to Anselmo-Merna High School after this.
Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
Contact State Farm agent Donna Cahill in Broken Bow and Gothenburg at 308-872-5171.
Your friends at Claim Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810. Claim Financial in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. So we start set number two. AM will open with the serve, and Anselmo-Merna taking the opening set 25-14. Thornton to get us started. Played on the back row by Pandorf. Lemkuhler will set the middle for the freshman Brennan into the net, and the opening point goes to Anselmo-Merna. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. We're on KBBN Radio. Jack Simpson with us behind the camera. We're also live with our video stream on Sand Hills Express. The serve by Thornton, dug out, returned on one hit by Pandorf. Now they go outside to Coleman, the swing. It's wide and out. Point, South Loup.
Boy, that was a beautiful job by Charlie Pandorf. Go low, and I mean, she had to go real low to get that, and then a good job of directing it across the net.
Josie Lemkuhler at the service line now for South Loup, trying to give South Loup a lead here in this second set. Lily Thornton will set the middle for Mallory Bartok. Played in the back row by Lemkuhler. On the outside, it's Brendan with the attack, handled by Jenna Bartok. Here's Riley Myers coming back the other way, and it's good. Myers with the kill. 2-1 our score, and Anselmo-Merna leading here in set number two. AM won the opening set, 25-14. Riley Myers to the service line. Big serve, but it's into the net. And the point goes to South Loup.
Lady Bobcats with an opportunity here to take advantage and take a lead. They have not had a lot of leads in the the matches tonight.
Brennan floats it short, but it ends up going wide and out. Service error, point to Anselmo-Merna. And the Coyotes will bring in their libero, Kyra Schmidt, the 5'3 junior. She'll go to the service line. Serve on its way, put in play, handled by Fitzgerald. They will set near side for Heidel, and Nashe just kind of tripped a little bit as she was trying to take the swing. And the point will go to Anselmo-Merna.
You know, when you're concentrating on the ball, sometimes your footwork can get in the way, and that just happens every once in a while.
Serve on its way, but that's into the net. Schmidt with the service error, and the point will go to South Loop. Nashe Heidel will go to the service line, and South Loop has an opportunity to tie things up here in set number 2. AM leads the match 1-0. Heidel gives it a spin and a toss and sends it across in play. Thornton, quick set over, covered by Burkle, kept alive by Stahlbomber. Now Myers off the overpass, able to put it down. Rhiannon Myers with the kill.
Great vision that time by Myers to see that the defense had kind of circled in the middle, had pulled up. She had an open lane back in the corner.
Shaylee Coleman comes out. Tenley Potter will come in to replace her. Tenley, the sophomore, will go to the service line with AM leading 1-0 and leading 5-3 in the second. The serve picked up by Fitzgerald. Lemkuhler bumps it up over towards Stahlbomber, who sends it across. Thornton will go middle to Rhiannon Myers. The redirect on the line for the point.
And again, good vision to see where the open lane was. This time it was on the sideline.
Fourth kill of the match for Rhiannon Myers. Potter ready with the serve. Picked up by Pandorf. Lemkuhler will set it for Stahlbomber, rolls it over the block, and it finds the floor. That'll send Aubrey Burkle to the service line for South Loop, the 5'9 senior. Serving from the middle of the line. Serve on its way, picked up by the libero, Schmidt. Thornton will bump set it for Rhiannon Myers, trying to take it from the middle to the left and hit it wide and out. So the point goes to the Bobcats, and now South Loop with an opportunity to tie things up here in this second set. Burkle ready, and that will be a service error. So the point and serve goes to Anselmo-Merna, as back to the service line will be the freshman Jenna Bartok. Bartok ready, sends it across in play. Kept alive by Lemkuhler, returned by Stahlbomber on the third. Thornton will bump it up in the air. Rolling it over is Potter. Now Lemkuhler for South Loop goes outside for Fitzgerald, gets it over the net and finds the floor. And again, South Loop will go to the service line with an opportunity to tie it up here in set number 2.
Battling much tougher here in the second set.
Fitzgerald at the service line. Olivia sends it across. Shank pass. That'll be an ace. An ace serve for South Loop, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. And now South Loop can take the lead here in set number 2. Fitzgerald sends it across. That is going to be another ace. Another Pinnacle Bank ace serve for South Loop. And the Bobcats have taken the lead 8-7 here in the second. Fitzgerald sends it across again. Picked up by Jenna Bartok. They'll bump it in the air for Schmidt. Hitting out of the back row. Kept alive the net by Lemkuhler. Stahlbomber gets a swing, but on the follow-through comes into the net. Net violation against South Loop. Point will go to AM.
And that was a tough break there for South Loop, because that looked like that ball was not going to get over it. It crawled the ladder right up and over the net.
8-all in the second set, and Rhiannon Myers on the serve puts it into the net. Service error, and South Loop takes the lead again. Nashe Heidel on the rotation will come in to play the front row as Stump will come out. The server will be Stahlbomber. Thornton off the pass, goes to Mallory Bartok, hits it wide and out. And South Loop leads 10-8 here in the second.
Biggest lead of the night for South Loup. In either of their matches, they never led against Elm Creek. They had led by 1 in the earlier set here against AM.
Stahlbomber with the serve. Thornton, quick set over, covered nicely by Fitzgerald. Lemcooler goes middle for Heidel. Again, just kind of mistimed the jump maybe a little bit. Not able to get it across, and the point will go to Anselmo-Merna. Heidel will come out. Coming in to replace her, Cameron Kramer, 5'9" junior. She'll play in the front row, as to the service line is Lily Thornton for AM. Pass into the net. It'll be an ace for Anselmo-Merna.
And right now, Anselmo-Merna probably has back there who they'd like to in this situation where the set is tight.
So AM has come back and tied things up in set number 2. We break the 10-all tie now. Pass from Burkle up into the net. Again, it's not able to be handled. Back-to-back aces for Lily Thornton, and the Coyotes now lead 11-10 here in set number 2.
Yeah, well, you've got an experienced senior that's been a pretty good server. That's who you want back there.
Serve on its way from Thornton. Out of system, South Loup, but this time they get it returned. Lily Thornton will go outside to Riley Myers, off hands. First a whistle, and we've got South Loup in the net. So the Coyotes have run off 4 in a row. They lead 12-10 now here in this second set. Again, they won the first. Serve on its way from Thornton, picked up by Burkle. Lemcooler will go outside of the freshman. Brennan, big swing. The kill for Gracie Brennan.
See a lot of potential in this freshman for South Loup. We've seen her hit a couple of times. She's come up with a ace serve as well. There's a lot of potential with this young freshman.
Now Josie Lemcooler to the service line. The serve just gets over the net, out of system AM. They'll scramble, though, and get it sent back on the third. Middle attack coming from the new player in, that is Kramer, but it goes into the net, and the point will belong to Anselmo-Merna. AM 13, South Loup 11. AM leading 1-0. They're up here in the second. Serve from Riley Myers, that's an ace. Went off the hands of Stahlbomber for the ace, and the Coyotes go up 14-11.
Well, that thing was a rocket shot across there.
Riley Myers at the service line for AM. Riley serves it into the net. Service error. Point South Loup.
Of course, we'll see South Loup again next week for a triangular. They'll be hosting Twin Loup and Sandhills Valley.
Gracie Brennan with the serve for the Bobcats. Thornton will set it up for Mallory Bartok, trying to go down the line, and she does. Mallory Bartok with the kill. And the Coyotes now lead 15-12 in the second.
Brennan did a good job of keeping it alive, but nobody was there on the rebound.
Mallory will come out, be replaced by the libero, Kyra Schmidt, who serves it for the Coyotes. Lemcooler goes middle for Burkle, sets it over the block. Covered, though, by Thornton. They'll go middle to Rhiannon Myers. The redirect to the floor.
And tonight she has really done well with that redirect and direction. I mean, she has seen the court very well.
Served by Schmidt, in play. Lemcooler, middle to Burkle, sends it across. Now Potter will move to the setter spot, set it up for Jenna Bartok. Played, though, by South Loup, the return. Handled by Thornton. Potter bumps it up in the air. Rhiannon Myers reaches back, gets a swing. Played, though, by the Bobcats. Back the other way, it's Burkle. Punched up in the air by Thornton. Rolling it across is Bartok, covered by Stahlbomber. They go outside now to Fitzgerald, sent back by Rhiannon Myers. Kept alive by the Bobcats. Getting another chance is Fitzgerald. Sets it over the block, covered by Thornton. Middle attack, Rhiannon Myers. The redirect again, but this time it's wide and out. And the point will go to South Loup. Anselmo-Merna 16, South Loup 13. We play in set number 2. AM leads the match 1-0. Cameron Kramer with the serve. Returned on one hit on the overpass. Stahlbomber trying to put it down, but it is returned by the Coyotes. The return, however, goes wide and out, and the point will belong to South Loup.
The Bobcats hanging around.
South Loup to within 2 now. Kramer into the net. Service error. Point AM. Kramer will come out. Stump will come in to play defensively in the back row. As to the service line for Anselmo-Merna will be Tenley Potter. Potter with the serve, puts it in play, picked up by the libero, Pandorf. Outside attack from Stahlbomber, blocked back and to the floor, Rhiannon Myers. Maybe a little help from Lily Thornton, but I think Rhiannon got the majority of the block, and AM goes up by 4.
Yeah, she did a great job of cutting off the angle that Stahlbomber was attempting to hit.
Potter the serve, that sails long and out, service error, point South Loup.
South Loup, though, in a position where they really can't go serve for serve back and forth. They're going to have to try to come up with some other points.
South Loup with the serve, trailing by 3. Serve on its way, picked up, returned on 1 hit. Lem Cooler goes middle for Stahlbomber, blocked back. It's Rhiannon Myers again with the rejection. 19-15. AM leading here in set number 2. AM leads the match 1-0. Jenna Bartok at the service line for the Coyotes. Played by Stump, picked up by Pandorf. Stahlbomber will send it across on the 3rd. Lily Thornton sets it up for Riley Myers going cross court, picked up by Fitzgerald though. Hitting out of the back row is Stump. It hangs on the top of the net and would not go across. Point Anselmo-Merna and a timeout, South Loup. You're listening to High School Volleyball on KBBN.
Irrigation season's in sight, then you have a well go kaput. It's about as much fun as picking the stickers out of your sheepdog. Really not that big of a deal if you call the Water Wizards at Downey Drilling in Kearney, Lexington, Ogallala, and Garden City. Contact info is online at downeydrilling.com. These guys cover the entire Ogallala Aquifer region, so there's really no place they haven't been in about 9 states. Downey Drilling prides themselves in their service and your uptime. Downey Drilling, a tradition of excellence for over 3 generations.
In sports and in life, the right game plan makes all the difference. At Nebraska State Bank, they're proud to support the area teams and help the community reach their goals. From your first checking account to your dream home loan, Nebraska State Bank is there to help you play to win. With personal and business banking, home and ag loans, and modern online and mobile banking tools, you're sure to score with Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
And we come back to Anselmo-Merna High School out of the timeout. Jenna Bartok, service error, not able to get it across the net. So the point will go to South Loup. Bobcats with the serve, but down by 4. Serve on the way from Fitzgerald. Thornton will bump it up over toward Riley Myers, who sends it across and finds the back line.
And again, Anselmo-Merna's done a good job tonight of doing that, of finding the open area and getting the ball to it.
Rhiannon Myers now with the serve as AM starts to close in on the match, and that will be kept alive for the moment, but South Loup not able to return. An ace for AM. Hey, don't let low back and leg pain reduce your quality of life. Studies suggest spinal manipulation as the first method of treatment. Having pain? Call Dr. Chad Hackle with Backbone of Healthcare at 872-2171. Served by AM, chasing South Loup, and they will not be able to return.
Again, Charlie Pandorf doing a good job of keeping that one alive, but South Loup really just could not do much with it afterwards.
Rhiannon Myers, another big serve. Dug out this time by Pandorf at the net. Stahlbomber trying to tip it over, but it goes into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna, and all of a sudden it is set and match point for the Coyotes. AM serving for the match at 24-16. Serve on its way, picked up by Stump. They'll bump it in the air for Stahlbomber, who sends it across. Dug out and returned by Jenna Bartok at the net. Len Cooler sending it back. AM with a chance here. They'll go middle to Mallory Bartok. Off hands and to the floor. And AM wins set number 2, 25-16. to close out the match 2-0. Thrive Financial is proud to support the area teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Representative Scott Harvey wants to help you with your financial goals by creating a strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. For insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, call Scott Harvey and Thrive Financial at 872-2511. We'll come back to Anselmo-Merna High School to wrap it up after these words.
Proudly cheers on our area student athletes. As a critical access hospital delivering compassionate, comprehensive care right here at home, they are your trusted health partner. From 24-hour emergency services to specialty clinics in cardiology, orthopedics, radiology, and more, they're large enough to serve, small enough to care. Call them anytime at 308-872-4100 to learn more or find care that supports you in every season of life. Malham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
Sargent Irrigation may work across the globe, but their heart is firmly planted in central Nebraska. They know it's the people here, hardworking, dedicated, and full of community pride, that make their success possible. That's why they proudly support both high school and Husker sports broadcasts. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in at home, they're helping bring the excitement right to you. Enjoy the game, brought to you in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
Health insurance and Medicare annual open enrollment is right around the corner. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Lori and I are busy going over all the changes coming this fall to better serve you, so stay tuned for updates on your current coverage options, as well as important changes that may affect you and your plan for 2026. Give us a call at 836-2201 or stop in at our offices in Broken Bow or Callaway to schedule your appointment soon.
Is your home feeling like the Arctic or the Sierra? Taylor Heating and Cooling in Broken Bow has you covered. From furnace fixes to AC installs, ductwork remodels, and ventilation solutions, their skilled team keeps your comfort just right. No wrestling with the thermostat required. Don't let the weather boss you around. Call 308-872-6196 and let Taylor Heating and Cooling take control of your indoor climate today. Great athletes play with grit, heart, and integrity. At Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time, they're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes on the field.
For those who give their all in competition and beyond, Agland ATV is proud to bring you this broadcast. From durable ATVs to UTVs and parts, Agland ATV in Broken Bow offers the quality and service local athletes and families trust. Whether you're hitting the trails or working hard on the farm with your Polaris machine, they have what you need to do it right. Agland ATV is proud to support this broadcast of high school sports, and they hope to see you soon.
Rod's Body and Paint on the curve west of Broken Bow, offering reliable auto body repair and paint services that you can count on. From ding removals to complete collision restoration and color-accurate paint jobs, their team delivers with affordable prices, free estimates, and the skill you're seeking. Customer satisfaction is their goal every single time. Get your vehicle looking its best. Call Rod's Body and Paint at 308-872-5346 today.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Find the award-winning service you need with Brent Custer in Broken Bow.
Broken Bow Dental is proud to cheer on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach. Because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
Central Nebraska Diesel, your full-service Renke dealer, wishes all of the area student athletes and the Huskers a winning season. With Renke, you are always the winner. Call Central Nebraska Diesel to find out how a new Renke irrigation system can help score more points in your farming operation. Best of luck to all of the area student athletes, and go Big Red in competition and in the classroom. From Central Nebraska Diesel, your local irrigation experts.
And we come back to wrap it up from here at Anselmo-Merna High School. As we recap the night, Anselmo-Merna, the big winner. They go 2-0 tonight. The host team defeats Elm Creek 2-1, winning 25-17 in the third. They then sweep South Loup in straight sets, 25-14, 25-16. In the middle match, it was Elm Creek getting the win over South Loup, 25-13 and 25-14. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you to kind of wrap things up. Well, good night of volleyball, Larry. 3 teams that will be interesting to see how they progress through the rest of the year.
Yeah, this was a big sweep here tonight for Anselmo-Merna. 5-6 coming in. They could have split or done worse and be below 500. Now they're above 500 with a lot of confidence going into what will be a tough portion of their schedule the rest of the season. But they've got a little confidence. And, of course, Shealy Coleman come in there. That really helps. And if I'm going to pinpoint anything, Brent, I think it's the fact that AM served better than anyone else tonight, more consistently, and I think that was the difference in the matches.
We'll have more volleyball on the air for you coming up on Thursday night when we'll travel to Centura to follow the Broken Bow Lady Indians as they play Centennial and Centura at the Centura Triangular. Broken Bow will play in the final 2 matches of that, so airtime will be somewhere around 6 o'clock. We'll have 2 matches for you as Broken Bow competes at the Centura Triangular. Those matches will be here on KBBN Radio, and we'll also plan to do the live video stream of those matches for you as well coming up on Thursday. Before we wrap it up for tonight, want to say thanks to our video stream sponsors tonight. They included Insurance of the Heartland, Culligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, First State Insurance, A1 Auto Repair, and the Anselmo-Merna Boosters. We also say thanks to our radio sponsors of all of our matches tonight, and we say thanks to these sponsors who are bringing you every radio broadcast of high school sports this year. They include Meade Lumber, Justin Thompson Agency, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Duda Plumbing, Custer Federal State Bank, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, Trotter. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. Arrowseed, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Agland ATV, Rod's Body and Paint, Shelter Insurance, Broken Bow Dental, and Central Nebraska Diesel. For all the sponsors that made the broadcast possible, for Jack Simpson, for Larry Cotner, I'm Brent Apperson. Thank you for listening.
Listening to our coverage of high school sports.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the 3, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep 3, hit it, that's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home going back. Going back, Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A three, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in, and